Hey everyone, welcome to another Curly Chemistry Live. I'm so glad you guys are here. I didn't even test out my visual. We have no idea, but we're here. How you guys doing? What is going on? Happy Friday, not Friday. Yeah, happy Friday Eve. Happy Thursday. All right, let me make sure Instagram knows we are live. Hello. Welcome. Okay, let me. Oh, wait, where's that link at? Can you guys hear me okay? If you guys can hear me, let me know before we get started. Okay, here we go. Hello. Hey, what's going on? Where are you guys at? We have Lady J from Atlanta. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you. Where are you guys at? Where are you? What state? What country? Tell me all the things. Oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and get my my charger because my phone's literally on 10%. I think it's down here. 1 second. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. Oh. Okay, we got the juice. We've got the juice. Connecticut, Texas. When is your mother coming on? That's a good question. Right now, she's in Miami, getting ready to go on a cruise, okay, with her hubby to the Bahamas. So hopefully when she comes back, she can come on and talk to us about her hair care journey. Okay, we got Texas, we got Alabama, we got Georgia, we got Columbia, South Carolina, we got Virginia, we got Maryland. I'm going to be in Virginia next week. Maryland, Colorado, New York City, Dayton, Ohio, London, Ohio, Canada, Australia. Happy 4th, Sophia. And we got Chicago. I love it. So glad you guys are here. So if this is your first time joining me live, I'm out of breath. If this is your first time joining me live ever in your entire life, put a 1 in the chat. I want to get an idea of who's, is your first time joining a Curly Chemistry Live. Put a 1 in the chat. Shayna, Sharonda, 22, Kamita, Lewis, welcome. Vizzy, anyone else? This is your very first time joining me live. Stephanie, awesome. Great. So I'm assuming everyone else here, we've been here before, right? Okay. Aisha, knit one, welcome. Hey Kim, welcome. Awesome. So glad you guys are here. So basically how I do my lives, it's really all about you. It's all for you. I like to go live at least once a week. I how can I say it? I switch out. So I'll do YouTube this week, and then next week I'll do Instagram, and so forth. This is a great time to ask me any question you may have, okay, about a product, an ingredient, hair care stuff. Why is my hair not growing? Why is my edges thinning? Why my scalp, got some crusties on it? Why my scalp so itchy? Sometimes we get into skincare a little bit, but we mainly focus on hair care and scalp care. But yeah, that's what we do. I try to get through as many questions as I can. But but we have fun. And speaking of fun, I want to do something a little bit different starting off. And by the way, while I'm showing you guys these products I picked up today that I want to just kind of share, think about your questions, what you may want to ask me, so you can just start putting them in the chat. Okay. Hey, Curly Sluff, how are you, sis? Okay, so if you follow me on Instagram, which is curly.chemistry, or at curly.chemistry on Instagram, I posted that I went to the beauty supply store, which is like one of my favorite places ever. Like I can get lost in a beauty supply store. And I picked up a few things and I want to just share with you. So, of course, I got my infamous Pro Vitamin leave-in conditioner. this stuff I use religiously on my wash day. I'm actually planning to wash my hair after this live, and I feel like this is such a staple in my regimen, and I use this as a leave-in conditioner. So after I shampoo, condition my hair, all the things, when I get out the shower, I spritz my hair with the Apogee keratin spray and this stuff right here. This makes detangling so much easier. This makes the softening of the hair so much just softer. And it's just such a great product. Now, even though it is a leave-in conditioner, you can also use this as your liquid, your L for your LCO. Okay, so definitely take advantage of it. What else? The second, if I want to talk about like what makes this product so amazing, it's the second ingredient, in my opinion. It's the amodimethicone. So yes, this product does have silicone in it, but amodimethicone is a water-based silicone, so it washes out easily without any issues, you know. So this is what I picked up today, one of them, and I typically get the big bottle because clearly I use it like once a week. Okay, and thank you guys for getting your questions in. I love it. We're gonna get there in a second. Okay, this product I picked up today too, the As I Am rice water. My sister swears by this stuff, and she feels like since she's been using it, her hair has been growing. So I'm like, okay, then I got to get me a bottle. Okay, so that's what I did today. It's the As I Am rice water, and basically it's saying that it's a moisturizing and strengthening spray for healthy looking hair, made with, oh wow, black rice water, saw palmetto, biotin, and ceramides. I love that. So the ceramides in here are going to help with moisture retention and softening the hair. The biotin is going to help with, of course, with the keratinization, the building blocks of the hair. Saw palmetto is known for reducing hair loss. And then the rice water, of course, as you guys know, has been known for supporting hair growth. So we're going to see how this works. If you used this before, let me know if you like it, but we're going to see how this works. Okay, what else did I pick up? I picked up a rat tail comb because I feel like every time I buy these, I lose them. So we got this. And then I picked up some bobby pins because these are necessities as well. And then last but not least, I have not tried this product ever in my life, but I had a client about a few months ago. I think she's from Brazil or something. But anyway, she was telling me about this product that's pretty much from Brazil. It's supposed to be the #1 product in Brazil, and it's called Scala Miles Cachos. So I'm going to try this product out. I like the top. Like this is like it's a conditioner. Actually, it's a 3-in-1. It's a conditioner, a leave-in, and a heat protectant. So I'm going to try this tonight and see how my hair responds to it. And I like the fact that it has an ingredient in here called centramonium chloride. That it sounds scary, but I kid you not, it's like one of the best ingredients for our hair type. So centramonium chloride is like a water-based conditioning ingredient. So it brings slip to the hair and softness to the hair. Okay, so I'm going to try this out and see how this works. So that's all the things I got today. These guys. So we're going to see how they work. And yeah, so with that being said, let's get into these questions. Who asked the first one, actually? We have Australia in here. Hey, Australia. Okay, hold on. Let me. Oh, Cynthia Clark asked the first question. Okay, so let's get into these questions. So she says, my hair lacks moisture. How do I keep it moisturized? Because that's when I see it grow. That is in the summer months because I live in Michigan. Okay, so your hair is lacking moisture. How do I keep it moisturized? And I love the fact that you said, Cynthia, how do I keep it moisturized? Because, you know, I always say how our hair is like a plant. Like our scalp is the soil, our hair is like the plant. And just like how you have plants at home, you have to water them on a consistent basis, right? Or they will die. They will break off and die. They will turn brown and shrivel up and die. And the same thing applies to our hair as well. So it is not a one-time thing. Moisturizing our hair, moisturizing type 3 hair, type 4 hair is not a one-time thing. You'll be surprised how many women and men too I talk to, they just focus on their hair on their wash day and forget about it in between their wash day. So to answer your question, Cynthia, and my girlfriends on here already know what I'm going to say. Okay, you need to develop or figure out what your moisture cycle is. And this is for anyone on here who is dealing with like super dry hair or just dry hair in general. Once I started consistently moisturizing my hair, that's when I start seeing the length. That's when I start seeing the dullness go away, the breakage go away, the matted and the tangles go away because my hair has become more moisturized. So for you, Cynthia, I highly recommend moisturizing your hair. I would start off moisturizing every 2 or 3 days. I feel like moisturizing our hair every 2 or 3 days is like a sweet spot. From there, you can decide if, you know what, I can go every 4 or 5 days. Or you know what, I need to do this like every day. So I would say start off with every 2 or 3 days. You want to get your hands on some really good products. We just talked about the Apogee Pro Vitamin Leave-In Conditioner. You can use this in the LCO method. I recommend the LCO method because that O is your oil, which is your last step, and you're locking in that moisture. That's going to be key. Okay, so your liquid could be something like this, a liquid leave-in conditioner. It could be water, it could be aloe vera juice, and then use a cream as your second step. Okay, this cream could be any type of cream-based moisturizer. It could be a good old pink lotion from back in the day. It could be organic root stimulator olive oil lotion. It could be the Donna's Recipe Extra Creamy Hair Cream, Apogee Shea Pro Leave-In. And once again, I am going to keep this live up. So if you miss anything, you can always come back and rewatch it. But you want to get your hands on a moisturizing cream. And then your last step will be an oil. Sweet almond oil or olive oil. If you got thick, high porosity hair, use some hair grease, okay? So you have some options, and I would do this method every 2 or 3 days, and I kid you not, Cynthia, you are going to see a difference in your hair, okay? So that's my recommendation for you on how to keep your hair moisturized. Was that helpful? Hopefully that was helpful. Ugh. Hopefully that was helpful. Okay, let's see. How often should I, Lovely C says, how often should I use a keratin 2-minute reconstructor? I just used it on Monday. Great question, Lovely C, and I'm so glad you're using it. So the keratin 2-minute reconstructor, for those who don't know, this is a lightweight protein treatment. I typically recommend this protein treatment once a month. Once a month, okay? Because it is a lightweight protein treatment, you're not going to risk going into protein overload mode, which, believe it or not, it is a thing, okay? So I recommend Lovely C using it like next month. So you use it this month, on this Monday, use this next month. So once a month, you can use that. And that's going to be a great way to reduce breakage within your hair. And then you may, not even may, you will definitely see an improvement in your styles as well. A lot of time, lack of curl definition, loose curls can also be due to lack of protein in your hair. So by you increasing your protein intake, when I say protein intake, meaning like using a protein conditioner, you are also improving the texture and the manageability of your hair as well, and including moisture retention, because our hair is made up of protein. And here's the thing that people don't realize is that when we comb our hair and brush our hair, if we get color services, if we use heat, if we get perms, whatever, all of those things can diminish the protein within our hair, right? So we're kind of helping it out by replenishing that protein, putting it back into it, because it is literally the building blocks of our hair, okay? So hopefully that helps. Great question. Great question. Okay, let's see. Next one. Okay, so I currently have, who is this? Hadaya, sorry if I butchered your name, sis. So I currently have your recipe in my spray bottle: glycerin, rose water, regular water. Can I do lavender water instead of the regular water? Also, we need an updated spritz video. Absolutely. Listen, I did that video like years ago. So yes, I need to update that. But to answer your question, absolutely. You can use lavender water for sure. You can even add some aloe. I don't know. I'm obsessed with aloe lately, but you can definitely use aloe as well. But lavender would be really nice. Really, really nice. Okay. Is hibiscus tea good for high porosity hair? Yes, I believe it is. Hibiscus tea, excuse me, believe it or not, has like natural acids within it that help to bring the pH of the hair down. So it helps with balancing out the pH on the cuticles, which can then help with closing the cuticles. So if you do have high porosity hair, that can be beneficial for you because high porosity hair naturally has lifted cuticles. So by closing those cuticles slightly, you're going to experience not only softer hair, but you're also going to experience more moisture retention as well. And that's why like I'm always telling people for the hydrating herbal hair tea rinse that I have on my website, you can use it as a leave-on product. You can use it as your liquid in your LCO because of the hibiscus in that formula. So yeah, but absolutely it's great for high porosity hair. Okay, let's see. Nakia says, I'm noticing the need to moisturize my hair more often this summer. The sun is making my hair by the end of the day really crunchy. I use Design Essential products. They do well. The sun is baking my hair. Yeah, so it is hot. Let's be real. It is hot and it is the summertime, right? So here's the thing. The sun will dry your hair out. Absolutely. And depending on the season, you may need to switch up your products. You may need to switch up your sealant. The Design Essentials, may have been great during the winter and the springtime, but now for the summertime, you may need something a little bit heavier. You may need something a little more hydrating. I don't know what your current moisture technique is, but you may benefit from LCO. Depending on your hair texture, you may benefit from LCG, liquid cream grease, because that grease will help to lock in that moisture or your hair to hold in moisture a lot easier than whatever sealant that you're currently using. So you may need to switch that up. So I would recommend that. I would try that. And then also check out some of the moisturizers I have below in my Amazon storefront as well. Is rose water and glycerin better to use on high porosity hair in the summertime or the winter time? That's a great question. So for rose water and glycerin, I mean, for high porosity hair, I mean, it depends. It depends. Because if the weather is too dry, right? Glycerin will leave. It will how can I say it? It will slightly lift your cuticles a little bit and leave the hair. And that's why the whole thing is like, oh, avoid glycerin because it'll suck moisture out of your hair. But here's the thing with that. You want to use a good sealant. So you have high porosity hair, right? What you say? Yeah, high porosity hair. So I don't know if you have fine high porosity or thick high porosity, but you can get away with hair grease. So with the hair grease, once again, going back to hair grease or even avocado oil or olive oil, that heavier sealant is going to keep that moisture in your cuticle regardless of the season. So in my opinion, yes, you can use both, but make sure that you're using the proper sealant to keep those things in your hair. I have an article, a blog that I did on my website on like humidity and humectants and the seasons changing and all the things. So definitely check it out on curlychemistry.com. Okay, what is the best product to restore your hair from heat damage? Ooh, Serenity, that's a good question. So honestly, it depends. It depends on how severe the heat damage is. If the heat damage is like really bad, in some cases, you may have to just kind of grow it out and then cut it or just cut it, if it's not too bad, you may be able to restore your hair. I would use either Apogee 2-step, the hardcore protein 2-step, or you can use K18 or Olaplex. Between those three, you can't go wrong. I had heat damage really bad, like back in 2015. Some parts of my hair was able to be restored. Some I had to cut off, so it just depends. But I would start with either Apogee, K18, or Olaplex. Jadine says, my hair strands are really thick and coarse. I do protein treatments and moisturizing deep conditioner, but no leave-in works for me. Do you know what could help? Okay, let me go back. My hair is really thick and coarse. Okay, I do protein treatments and moisturizing deep conditioner, but no leave-in works for me. Okay, do you know what could help? Okay, so no leave-in conditioner that you have used so far works for you. and your hair is really thick and it's really coarse. So Jadine, I don't know if you're, oh, you are still here. Yeah. Have you tried, okay, so leave-in conditioner, right? You're out the shower. Your hair is shampooed, your hair is conditioned, your hair is still pretty damp, right? Out the shower. Have you tried the Apogee Shea Pro leave-in conditioner? If you have, then I would say, okay, try something else. Maybe the Carol's Daughter, or maybe the ORS olive oil lotion. But if you have not tried the Apogee Shea Pro leave-in conditioner, tried it and nothing. Okay, have you tried the Aussie Moist Miracle Curls leave-in conditioner? Have you tried that? So I would say either Aussie. Okay, so you tried the Apogee Shea Pro, didn't work. Okay, I would try the Aussie Moist Miracle Curl leave-in conditioner, or the Donna's Recipe Extra Creamy Hair Cream. If that doesn't work, then I would say try the what is it called? Curls Blueberry Bliss leave-in conditioner. Those three. And the good thing is, if you go to Ulta, you can try the product maybe 2 times, but 1 time. If you don't like it, you can get your money back. Okay, so that's what I would do. The Aussie Moist, you can get that at like anywhere, like Target, Walmart has it. They may take it back if you don't like it, but definitely Ulta has like a 30-day policy. So that's how you can kind of try different things. I haven't tried the Aussie Moist. I'll look at it. Yeah, try to see if you can get your hands on that product. I think that'd be really helpful. And one more thing too, JD, before I move on, is hot oil treatments may be a benefit to you because you have thick hair. You may have to go old school and do hot oil treatments, because hot oil treatments are a great way to lock in moisture, especially on your wash day. And I feel like they prep your hair for like better moisture retention in the days in between your wash days. So what you can do is shampoo your hair. And there's 2 different ways to do hot oil treatments. You can shampoo your hair and then put the oil on your hair and then let it sit with a shower cap, let your body heat do its thing. Or you can do it after you condition your hair. I like to do it after I condition my hair. I just feel like it works better that way. You can use sweet almond oil. You can use avocado oil, olive oil. I think that'd be really, really helpful. So yeah. You tried hot oil treatments. I'm at a girl. I don't know what to tell you. So try the Aussie Voice, see if that works. And then honestly, I don't know. You do protein treatments. Yeah. I don't know, sis. I don't know. You got me. Yeah, but definitely try the Aussie Moist for sure. I know it sounds like a struggle. And you know what? If you continue to have these issues, I definitely recommend signing up for one-on-one hair care coaching with me, because I get to ask you more questions. I get to actually look at your hair. We can look at the products that you're currently using in your regimen. We can look at all the things and really diagnose what is happening. Okay. So whenever you're ready to connect one-on-one, definitely, I look forward to chatting with you. Okay, let's go back up. Okay, let's see. Are derma stamps actually a good option for regrowing a bald spot due to traction alopecia? I haven't heard of derma stamps before. Let me Google this. Derma stamps. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. I would do a derma roller. I mean, the stamps, I'm assuming you're like going like this. Is that what you're doing? Gently press the stamp into the desired area and use a stamping motion rather than dragging. Oh, I mean, you could use that, but I think the roller to me just makes more sense. I think you're covering more ground, and it's just a natural flow versus just going cock, cock, cock. You know what I'm saying? So I would do the derma rolling. But to answer your question, there's a fly. It's like fruit fly season. I can't stand them. But anyway, to answer your question, yes, derma rolling is a great option for those who have like traction alopecia for sure, crowning, like what's the other one? Androgenic alopecia, for example. So I do think it's good to use. I would even use copper peptides with it to even enhance or activate the hair growth a little bit more deeper with the penetration of the derma roller. Because the thing about derma rolling is that whatever you use with it will enhance the efficacy of that product. So I would do the derma roller. I would give that a shot. Absolutely. And then also be mindful of your styles. That's always something to keep in mind too, because traction alopecia, the cause of that is the tension, the pulling from the braids or a ponytail, whatever, that you use. So I would definitely just kind of be mindful of that for sure. And of course, if you guys have recovered from alopecia, traction alopecia, feel free to like type in the comments, like help a girl out, okay? Help our sisters out. So definitely feel free to add your experience and what has helped you as well. Okay, let's see. Next question. Okay. Okay, wait, I answered that one. I don't know what porosity I am anymore. Water bead sits on my hair, but it dries relatively quickly. Any thoughts? I would say, have you tried the cup method? I would try that. I would try the cut method because a lot of times that will kind of give you a clearer understanding of what it is, especially if the water beads are sitting on your hair, which is typically a sign of low porosity hair, but your hair is drying very quickly, which is a sign of high porosity hair. I would let the tie, in a sense, be the water cup test. Make sure the hair that you're using has no product on it. Make sure the hair is completely dry, like no product on the hair strand, and make sure it's a piece of your shedded hair, and then put it in a glass of water. If it floats, it's low porosity. If it sinks, it's high porosity. So that's what I would do to kind of help to break that tie. Okay, Kim says, what would you recommend in terms of diet, supplementation, or products and hair regimen for menopausal women looking to add and retain moisture and reduce or eliminate gray strands? That's a great question. So postmenopausal, that means your estrogen levels are very low. Well, not very low, but they're lower. I actually just did a video. I posted a new video on like hormonal hair loss. So if you haven't checked that out, I would definitely check that video out. But estrogen keeps our hair in the anagen phase, the active hair growth phase. Postmenopausal, that's when the estrogen begins to drop, right? Once it drops, not only do you go more into the shedding phase, hence a lot of women experiencing thinning hair at the crown, the edges, for example, but a lot of times with the drop of estrogen, your texture will change as well, which is why a lot of women will say, my hair feels more brittle, it feels more drier, like what the heck is going on here? It's because the estrogen has dropped. So here's what I recommend doing. Of course, you can always look for like natural ways to balance your hormones. Dr. Berg is a great resource for that. And that's Dr. Berg. I would check him out. He's here on YouTube as well. He has tons of videos on how to naturally raise your estrogen levels if you are menopausal, postmenopausal. So Dr. Berg for the balancing of the hormones for sure. I would also increase your moisture intake, not only externally, like moisturizing your hair, maybe deep conditioning twice a month, but I will also drink more water as well. I actually spoke to a woman who's 70 years old. And when I tell you, like, her skin flawless, her hair looks good, like, and I asked her, I was like, what do you do? Like, what is your thing? Like, and she was like, oh, I drink like 60. I think she drinks 60 to 80 ounces of water a day. A day. That's like 3 of these. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely start drinking more water. Like if you do already, keep doing that. But she was like, oh, I drink 60, 80 ounces of water a day. So your water intake will be super helpful. And as far as eliminating gray hair, I would get on a good B complex vitamin. Apparently, if you are deficient in like B12, that can lead to graying of the hair as well. So I would just really get on a good B vitamin, a B complex vitamin, but make sure it has B12 within it for sure. So yeah, hopefully that helps. And definitely check out the menopause video because I think that'll be really helpful for you. All right, next question. Let's see. How can we add rice water to our regimen? Great question, Stacy. So listen, like I mentioned earlier, I'm trying out this product. I brought this today at my local beauty supply store. We're going to see how this works. But this is the As I Am rice water. And I'm actually impressed because the third ingredient got the rice. Like, it's not way down at the bottom. Like, it's not like a little boop, marketing. This might be an actual functional ingredient in here. And they got copper tripeptides. Okay, yeah. So the copper tripeptides are going to help to reactivate hair growth if there's any like hair loss or hair thinning. There's biotin in here. Ooh. I'm excited about this. Okay, sis. So yeah, how can you add rice water to your regimen? Get this product and try it out. So basically it says use daily to rinse shampoo, conditioner, or stylers from the hair. A shower water substitute. Spray and gently massage into scalp twice a day. So I'm telling you how to add it to your regimen. Spray and gently massage into your scalp twice a day. Use several times daily to refresh and rehydrate your hair. So you can use this as like a curl refresher and then also on your scalp as well. And honestly, the quality of the ingredients in here definitely warrants it to be a topical product on the scalp. Because normally I'm like, I don't put everything on your scalp, but the ingredients in here, from the rice extract, the biotin that's in here, the copper tripeptides, which help to activate dormant hair follicles. There's caffeine in here. There's rosemary in here. There's a lot of really good ingredients. I'm not surprised because as I Am is a really good brand. They make the shampoo I love, the pomegranate, what's it called? Pomegranate honey? No, that's My Organics. The Long and Luxe shampoo by As I Am. So I would try this. Try it. That's one of the things I got today. For those who just came in, I got this today at the beauty supply store, and I got Apogee Pro Vitamin, my beloved, so good. And then I'm trying out this new Brazilian conditioner. One of my clients, I don't remember if she's from Brazil, but I think she might have been Brazil. But anyway, she was telling me about this product, and it's like the #1 product in Brazil, and it's called Scala, and it's the blue one, Mais Cachos. And it's the blue one. So I'm gonna try it out and see what it's like. I like the applicator. But anyway, all right, back to these questions. Well, before I go back into the questions, let me read the room. How are we doing? Is this helpful? Put a yes in the chat. This is helpful before I get to these questions, because I want to make sure that you guys are enjoying yourselves. Yay. Okay, great. Do you guys like get like drinks like popcorn and like fruit or chips and like tea when you guys hang out with me, or like what's your vibe? What's your Curly Chemistry Live vibe? What do you guys do? Tell me. I really want to know. Do you guys get like snacks? Tahisha got cashews. Oh, cashews are good for you. Cashews are really good for you. I love that. I am listening intently. I love that. Yay! Working on my big jug of water. I love it, Patricia. Absolutely. No pad and snacks. Sophia's like no food. Sunflower seeds are good for you. Awesome. Pumpkin seeds are good for you too. I love it. Oh, Reese cups. Listen, I'm here. I get it. I had a milkshake yesterday. I worked out the other day and I was like, I want a milkshake, and I got a milkshake. So we got to work on that. Okay. All right, cool. Helpful. All right. Awesome sauce. Okay, let's keep going. Scrolling back up. And someone asked me earlier, when is my mom coming on? So if you guys were on the last YouTube live, my mom was here. She was visiting, and I was talking about how she was able to regrow her hair after experiencing, I believe it was androgenic alopecia, because she is, I don't think she'll mind if I tell her age. She's 62. And I just want her to come on and talk about like how she's been able to regrow her hair, and just thicken her hair. So I'm gonna let her come on when she, gets back. Right now she's on a cruise, or she's in Miami right now, going to a cruise tomorrow. Her and her husband, they're going to the Bahamas. So I'm excited for them. Okay, let's see. For a braid out, what products do you use in what order? Also, how do you make a braid out last? Oh, that's a good question. Should I be rebraiding it at night using a silk scarf? Great question. So what products do you use in what order? So as far as doing a braid out, you can still do the LCO method, or you can just do CO, cream and oil. Right now, my go-to has been the for a really good braid out, like nice, like crispy, defined braid out. I've been using the Apogee Shea Pro Leave-In Conditioner, and here's why. The Apogee Shea Pro Leave-In Conditioner is very hydrating. However, it has a nice amount of polymers within it. Sorry, I had a moment. Polymers are amazing because they will give you hold and curl definition. Polymers like PVP, VAVP copolymer, carbomer, for example, hydroxyethylcellulose. Those ingredients are the key main functional ingredients in hair gels. So when you think about my hair is defined, my hair has hold, it's a styling ingredient. And the reason why I use the Apogee Shea Pro Leave-In Conditioner, because not only is it a moisturizer, but it has those polymers in it. So when I use that product for my braid out and my twist out, I'm getting some crazy hold and even better definition when I unravel them because of those polymers. So that's why I use that. So Apogee Shea Pro Leave-In Conditioner. My nail is about to break. No! Look at my nail. I've been growing my nails for the past 2 months. Month and a half. Look at them. Look how long they are. And this little pinky is about to break. No, I'm so mad. What do I do? But you know what? I think I got some nail glue. So I'm going to try to glue it back. I'm sorry. I haven't had a moment. I'm so disappointed. Okay, anyway, back to the question. Where was I? Yeah, so I use that, the Apogee Shea Pro Leave-In Conditioner, right? So I will do sections. Now, the smaller the sections, the more defined the curl, the braid out will be. So that's up to you, how you want it to be. I will typically do like 4 or 5. So 5, 5, 4, 4. So I'll put the cream in my hair. Now here's a trick, a little trick. Okay, mousse. Mousse, 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 mousse. Mousse is a great way to get even more definition and even helping to lock in that moisture, because mousse will leave a nice lightweight film that's going to help, like I said, with the hydration, moisture retention, but also helping to, how can I say it, hold the pattern. That's the word, hold the pattern of your braid out a lot longer. So I would do the cream, the mousse, and then oil. Do your braids, wrap it up, whatever, go to bed. And then the next day, how's my screen? Is it dirty? Okay, anyway, then I'm getting distracted. Then the next day, then I would go ahead and unravel them. But that's the best thing I would do. And as far as like rebraiding, you could rebraid, but you shouldn't have to rebraid every night. If you want to, you can, but with that technique, you won't have to rebraid every night. Maybe every 3 days or something like that, but you won't have to rebraid every night. But what I would do is this. I wouldn't just go to bed with your hair all out, loosey-goosey. I would maybe put it in like, you could do 2 braids, or have like in a pineapple, for example. But you do want to set your hair in some form or fashion so that it's just not loose in your scarf or in your bonnet. So hopefully that helps. Sophia says, sorry for your loss. That is funny. R.I.P. to my nail. Rest in peace, bruh. You were real. You were real. You were my companion these past month and a half, and now I gotta let you go, bruh. I'll let you go. We're gonna pour a little. I'm just kidding. I'm not pouring nothing. But yeah, it's sad. It's horrible. Okay, let's see. Going back up. Going back up. Going back up. Going back up. All right. Where was I? Okay, guys, hold on 1 second. I'm trying to find where I was. All right, answered that one. We got there. Okay, here we go. Shayna says, how to get my hair to grow back. It's shorter in the middle, and my curls used to pop, but they don't on one side. So if your curls used to pop on one side, then the question is, what happened? You know, do you use heat at all? A lot of times it could be heat. If you're using heat, I don't know, but heat is the first thing that comes to my mind. So I would say I would kind of look at like what has happened to your hair that would make it be more stretched than usual, you know? As far as like the middle, how to get the middle of your hair to grow back, it's much more shorter. What I always recommend is doing scalp massages in that targeted area. We want to do targeted scalp massages. If you want to take it up a notch, you can do derma rolling with the copper peptides I was talking about, or any hair growth oil. So you can do that combination, or you can just keep it simple and do scalp massages with a hair growth oil and just focusing on that section. I would do that maybe 3 or 5 minutes once a day, preferably at nighttime. And I would do this for the next maybe 2 or 3 weeks and see if you notice a difference in the length of your hair, in the thickness of your hair as well in that section. Okay. When will you add, oh, we talked about that already. How do I incorporate the LCG or LCO method when using mousse and gel? Great question. So the mousse and gel would come in when you're styling your hair. So let's say, for example, it's my wash day, right? And I'm doing a braid out. What I'm going to probably do, if I'm using mousse and gel as part of my routine, I'm going to do a liquid leave-in conditioner, something like this. And then I'm going to do the gel, the mousse, and then the braid out, however I'm going to style my hair, right? So let's say that's on a Sunday. Tuesday comes, if I'm trying to recreate that same style, maybe it's a wash and go, you know, maybe it's not a braid out. I'm kind of going to re-moisturize my hair, but I'll probably do like a liquid spritz, like a liquid moisturizer. So depending on the style, you honestly could eliminate the cream. You can do LO, or in your case, you know, the gel and the mousse and then the oil. So I would just re-moisturize your hair like every 3 or 4 days, however you want to redo that style. But just make sure this too, that you are clarifying your hair once a month. You're using a hydrating shampoo the other days of that month, because when you have, you know, hair gel, hair mousse, that can easily lead to buildup very fast. So there's nothing wrong with how you're currently doing it with the moisturizing and the gel and the mousse. Just make sure that you are cleansing your hair properly to reduce any like excess buildup on the scalp or the hair. So that's how I would do that. And I would honestly too, I would play around with it as well, you know, because once again, it depends on your style. Because if I'm doing a wash and go, I'm not touching a cream. I'm gonna use a liquid leave-in or water or my tea, the gel and the mousse. So it depends too on the style as well. So hopefully that helps. Okay, let's see. I have noticed recently the front of my hair is not as thick as the back and has thinned a little. My stylist noticed it too, as well as dry patches throughout ear to ear. She says it's not dandruff and appears to be due to clogged pores, which can cause thinness. Okay. She recommended me using glycolic acid from The Ordinary, which is a toner. Do you agree or have recommendations? That's a great question. So the glycolic acid from the Ordinary is a great option. Absolutely. Absolutely. So the glycolic acid in that formula, I want to say, is 7%. So it's not too harsh for the scalp or the hair. So the 7% glycolic acid by The Ordinary is perfect. Glycolic acid is a AHA, it's an alpha hydroxy acid. So not only will it help to okay. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna go back. So not only will it help to exfoliate your scalp, but it'll also be very hydrating as well. Now, here's why I pause for a second, because you may, if you have a clogged pores on your scalp, you may need something a little bit stronger, because glycolic acid mainly works on the surface of the scalp. So if you have like dead skin cells, like a buildup of dead skin cells, you got a lot of product buildup, stuff like that, that'd be great. Glycolic acid, absolutely, because it's going to be great on the surface on the scalp. But since you have clogged pores, we're kind of going a little bit more deeper. So glycolic acid may not be as helpful. I would try it, but it may not be the key. Now, what may be the key is beta hydroxy acids, BHAs. That's where salicylic acid comes into play. So I think it's called Inkey, Inkey. They sell a salicylic acid serum. It's in a black and white little bottle. I actually have it in my Amazon store. The link is below. So you may need something like that that's actually going to exfoliate and unclog the follicles, unclog the pores. And that's what BHAs do, salicylic acid. So try the ordinary first. Just a try, because maybe it may not be that deep down. You know what I'm saying? But I would try that first. If that doesn't work, then I would switch to the salicylic acid scalp treatment. Great question. Okay, went to a hairstylist and she told me that using Shea Moisture products, usually the shampoo dries out my hair. Any thoughts? Also, is hair type of thing 4B4C3A. Thank you for this live. You're welcome, sis. So yes, it is a thing. It's something, I forgot his name. I think his name is Andre Walker. I think that's his name. He created this system where based off of your curl pattern, it's like a typing, which is supposed to help figure out like what products are good for your hair and to kind of have an identity to your curl pattern in a sense. So it is a thing. Me, however, I focus more so on ingredients. I think obviously because I'm a chemist, I look more at the formula than I do the whole type 4 thing. I do identify with it. If someone wants to ask me what my hair pattern is, I will say what it is. But when I'm looking for products, I'm looking at the back of this bottle. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a part of curly chemistry is it's important for me to make sure that you guys are well informed and also educated. I want you guys to be the smartest natural hair care consumers on earth, okay? Just because you guys are a part of the curly chemistry community. So that's why I always say, get these ebooks, get these curly chemistry ebooks, okay? Because the more you know, the better, and you won't be like fooled by a lot of these marketing gimmicks that's out here, but that's for a different video, okay? But yes, hair typing is a thing, but I look at ingredients more so. Shea Moisture products, making your hair dry out. That is a thing because every shampoo may not work for you. Not every shampoo works for me. Like, for example, I love the Carol's Daughter Wash Day Delight shampoo. Someone told me the other day, that stuff dries my hair out. I don't like it. It happens. So if the Shea Moisture products are drying your hair out like the shampoo, I would switch to a different one. I would try either, what's it called? As I Am. Long and Luxe shampoo, that's really good. Cream of Nature argan oil shampoo, very moisturizing. So I would just try out different things, and that's a thing. You have to try different things to see what works for you, So there is a fly here. I think it's gone. Anyway, but hopefully that works. All right, let's see. Oh, this thing is going to annoy the crap out of me. I'm trying to be very poised here. There is a little fruit fly around here and I cannot stand it. Okay. We're locked in. Okay, question. Tashina says, I struggle with moisture retention. I live in the Caribbean and I have very thick 4C hair. Will protein treatments help? Is it good for my hair type? I would say this. If you, because you are in the Caribbean, if you can get your hands on either an Apogee, a K18, or Olaplex product, ideally Apogee 2-minute reconstructor conditioner, I would definitely do that because that can be very, very helpful. Since you are in the Caribbean, girl, you probably got some fresh aloe in your backyard or somebody's backyard. Somebody got some aloe, okay? I would definitely take advantage of that aloe plant and do an aloe treatment on your wash day. Absolutely. I would shampoo your hair, or I actually saw someone do aloe first and then they shampoo their hair, but I would do some type of aloe treatment on your hair for that extra moisture. I think that'd be really, really helpful for sure. This fly is really testing me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to be composed. I'm trying, but it's so annoying. All right. I might need to do the whole apple cider vinegar thing, put the vinegar out and then it attracts the fruit flies. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so I answered that question. Hopefully that helps. But like I said, definitely, if you can get your hands on the Apogee 2-minute reconstructor, that'd be really good. Okay, let me go back up. Going to your site to order the hibiscus tea now. Thank you so much. Enjoy. And if you order the tea tonight and then up until tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., it will go out tomorrow with the other shipments as well. So yay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your support. I want to thank you for the Starlet says, I want to thank you for the suggestions to moisturize every couple of days. My hair looks so much better and it feels amazing. I use the technique you mentioned and it works so well. Yes. I love that for you. Listen, keep going. Keep doing that thing. That is your hair telling you it likes it. So for all those on here struggling with moisture, I'm telling you, be consistent with that moisture cycle every 2-3 days. LCO, CO, whatever you want to do, but that consistency is going to be key. And I'm so glad that you are seeing results. That is amazing. Do you like K18 the Olaplex shampoo? I like them both. I'm kind of biased towards the K18 peptide prep shampoo. To me, that one just has more slip. It has more softness as well. So I really like that one. All right, we answered that already. We answered that. Tanya, I have, oh wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me try to skip the body. Doris9 says, whenever I do moisturize, I'm always left with some brittle strands as if water can't even penetrate through the strand. I don't know if it's hard water or buildup from silicones. It could be. It could be. So the question is, in your area, is your area known for having hard water? Because if it is, I would absolutely get a shower filter for sure. The ones I recommend are below in my Amazon store. And then my other question for you is, you said it could be a buildup from silicones. When was the last time you clarified your hair? So my typical rule of thumb is clarifying is essential, especially for our hair type, because we use a lot of edge controls and gels and creams and butters and oils. So clarifying should be a part of your regimen. I would say maybe like once a month or once every other month, but that alone may actually help for sure. And then also I would ask you, when was the last time you had a good protein treatment? That can also be a culprit as well, but hopefully that helps. And in the meantime, I would say, depending on your wash day, I don't know how often you wash your hair, but I would start washing your hair at least once a week if you can. And I would do deep conditioning for the next 3 weeks and see if you see an improvement with that. And I would actually add a tablespoon of olive oil to your deep conditioner to enhance the moisture retention properties of that formula. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Sophia says, Tanya, I have the aloe vera powder. Do you know how I should use it for a spritz to moisturize my hair? I mean, honestly, Sophia, if I were you, I would just use aloe vera juice. I would just cut straight to the, what I'm saying? Like I would just use the juice. I would use the one I really like is and let me go back. You can use the powder. There's nothing wrong with the powder. Try that, see how your hair likes it. Absolutely. But I really like Lily of the Desert. The Lily of the Desert aloe vera juice is so good. So good. So I think that might be a good option too. So try the powder first, see how your hair responds to that. And then if that doesn't really if your hair doesn't like it, then do the aloe vera juice. I saw a natural hairdresser say Blue Magic in your daily, weekly routine is bad because it makes the hair stick together and it's hard to get out. Your thoughts on this? I don't agree. I don't agree with that. I will say this though. Yes, hair grease. If you use hair grease in your regimen, you have to wash your hair. Like you have to. And that's why I wash my hair once a week, because at any given time, I'm gonna whip out some good old Indian hemp Blue Magic. You know what I'm saying? So I think as long as you have a frequent, consistent wash day, you know what I'm saying? You can use Blue Magic. You can use hair grease. Now, if you use hair grease and you only wash your hair once a month, now you got a problem. You know what I'm saying? You wash your hair once every 2 months, now you got a problem. So I think you have to absolutely use, there's a balance. There's absolutely a balance for sure. Hair grease has been a game changer for me. It's been a game changer for a lot of women. Okay. But I feel like everyone's going to have their own opinions on hair grease and and silicones and whatnot. But at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for your hair. Absolutely. So if you use hair grease as a sealant, listen, and it works, you better use that grease. Okay. You better make it work and use it. And that's okay. So everyone has their opinion. So yeah, my finger is like, look at I'm so sad. Look at it. It wants to die. I'm so sad. My fingernail is about to break off. Look at it. Should I try to put glue on it now? I was trying to wait till after this live, but I don't know. It might not survive. It may not survive. Shoot, I don't have a scissor. I'm desperate. Oh, wait, here we go. I might have to do this live because my fingernail is not going to last. It's not going to last, friends. Gosh darn it. All right, let me try to answer some more questions while I'm opening this thing up. Okay. I have fine thick hair. Is the OGX anti-breakage keratin oil conditioner okay to use every 3 days? Anti-breakage keratin oil conditioner every 3 weeks. If it's a keratin oil conditioner, that's really interesting. I haven't seen that formula. I would look at the instructions and see what they're telling you, because based off of that formula, especially if it's a keratin oil conditioner, they may have like specific instructions on how to use that, like, so it'll tell you like, oh, once a month or whatever. But honestly, I don't think every 3 weeks is a problem. I think that's completely fine, but I would also look at the instructions for sure. Okay, next question. Patricia says, I understand the LCO method. Thanks. You're welcome. What tips do you have for adding moisture when wash and go with gels is your main hairstyle? I don't want to spray liquid on top of the gel and break the cast. Ooh. You don't want to spray the curl refresher, sis? I don't know what to tell you, because that's the moisture. Unless you use cream, you don't want to use no cream, So if you don't want to use any water at all to break the cast, then I would say make sure that when it's your wash day and it's your wash day and you're about to do a wash and go, do a really good deep conditioner. Do a really good hot oil treatment. Like, do as many moisturizing treatments on that day. Okay. Yeah, because that's the whole point of curl refreshers, to refresh the curl, but also add hydration to the hair. And that's the trade-off too, because you are going to end up breaking that cast, to get that moisture in. Because outside of that, I don't think there's any other way to get moisture to the hair, outside of a cream, which you don't want to use at all. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say make sure you do a really good deep conditioning treatment. Even better if you get like a steamer, for that deep conditioning treatment, a hot oil treatment, just really get as much moisture in your hair so that as you're rocking that style, you don't experience breakage or dryness, So hopefully that helps. Cut it, Tanya. No, I don't want to cut it. I don't want it. I don't want to cut it. Someone said, girl, let it go. If I let my nail go, I'm going to have all these pretty long nails, and this thing going to be down here. Then what am I going to do when I go to get my nails done? What am I going to do? Unless they put like a fake nail. I don't know. I got this nail glue on purpose. I am determined to at least I have to try I have to try. Okay, let's see. Go back up. Okay. Answered that already. Answered that. Someone told me Dominican hair products are good. Is this true? I think Dominican products are good. It's so funny because my sister was just raving about the silicone mix. Silicone mix is really good. It's a very popular conditioner and shampoo line that I believe has raised from the Dominican Republic. So I would check out the silicone mix line. And the one that she likes is the Moroccan oil. I don't have a scissor. The Moroccan oil. That's the one that she recommends. So I think that one's worth checking out for sure. I used to use silicone mix a lot when I first went relax, but I haven't used it recently. But that's a really good line for sure. My mother drinks at least 60 ounces of water and her skin is beautiful. Yeah, I'm absolutely sure it is. All right, guys, hold on 1 second. I'm trying to find where I was before. Could you, okay, here we go. Could you do a video reviewing Ulta Target deep conditioners based on ingredient list? I'm finding a lot of new deep conditioners are not moisture based. They always have some protein. Yeah, I can. And especially if there's like a certain product that you're like, Tanya, like, can you talk about this product? Definitely let me know. And I can definitely do like a review on it for sure. All right, let's see. I answered that question already. All right, let's see. I think I'm here. No band. Hold on. What's naturally good for alopecia areata? So, So a lot don't know this, and I'm over here trying to like get this thing in here, but I give up. It is what it is. Let me focus. A lot of people don't know that alopecia is tied to inflammation within the body. Now, of course, it depends on what type of alopecia it is. Traction alopecia is tied to tight styles. Androgenic alopecia is tied to fluctuation of hormones within the body. Alopecia areata a lot of times is tied to inflammation within the body. So you could kind of tackle it at the source and start incorporating more anti-inflammatory foods. So we're talking blueberries, we're talking about salmon, we're talking about omega-3. I would get your vitamin D levels checked. Absolutely. Because a lot of times women who are deficient in vitamin D will also have alopecia as well. And a lot of people don't know that. That's a thing. So if you have alopecia, get your blood, like get some blood work done and check your vitamin D levels for sure. I would recommend getting that done twice a year if you can. That'd be great. But a lot of times just start taking like a good D3, K2 supplement, getting on some good omega-3, incorporating a anti-inflammatory diet can help to reverse that, in my opinion. So yeah, FYI, hopefully that helps. What's the difference between the Apogee Shea Pro Leave-In Conditioner and the Apogee Pro Vitamin? So the Apogee Shea Pro is like to me, honestly, it's like a moisturizing styling cream. Like that's the best way I can describe it. It's very moisturizing, but it has those polymers in there, like I was talking about, which makes it a styling cream. So great for braid outs and twist outs. Whereas the Apogee Pro Vitamin Leave-In Conditioner here is like a liquid moisturizer, a liquid leave-in conditioner. So that's like the biggest differences, I would say. Is there protein in here? There probably is protein. Yep, there is protein in here. So you will get a little bit more protein in this product versus the Apogee Shea Pro, but I still think it's amazing. I think it's a really great product, but that's the difference between those two. What do you think of salon hair care product lines versus natural lines? Like, is it better to use Matrix or TGIN? That's a good question. So I know Matrix you can get like at Ulta, like Redken and whatnot. Kenra, which is also considered a salon quality product. To be honest with you, I don't really see the difference. I mean, I guess. Well, let me go back. So like Olaplex, right? Olaplex has, I think it's like Olaplex Zero. I think it's one of the Olaplex that you cannot buy online. Like you cannot just go on Sephora and buy. You have to be a salon owner or a person who works at a salon, a cosmetologist to get that product. So there are certain products that are very exclusive, and it could be due to certain actives being at a certain level, right? So in a sense, there is a difference. But when it comes to like Matrix versus TGIN, Matrix may have like maybe more like active ingredients within it than TGIN. So there may be a difference there. And honestly, it just depends on the formulation. So there could be some small differences, but not enough where it's like, oh my gosh, just buy nothing but salon products. That is the way to go. Like, no, but hopefully that helps. Do you have any advice on healing on a healing scalp? A healing scalp. Hmm. A new stylist did an ACV rinse that caused scalp stress, bordering psoriasis. Ooh. Oh, okay. I really want to clean my camera lens. I feel like it's really dirty. It could be me. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. I want to try to see if it can like get a little bit more. 1 second. One second. Okay. So a new stylist did an ACV rinse that caused psoriasis on your scalp. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Okay, that might be a little bit better. This hair is really frizzy. Okay. Okay, so now the scalp has buildup most days and seems to be delaying healing. Okay, so the new style. So here's what might have happened. She may not have diluted the ACV rinse properly, and that's why I always tell people like you want to be very careful with this rinse because you never want to use like direct ACV on the hair. I feel like a super safe dilution is 2 cups water, 1 tablespoon of ACV. That's like super safe. If you want to be extra safe, you can do half a tablespoon. But as far as healing the scalp, so my first question to you would be: Is it tender when you touch it? Like, does it feel kind of like tender to the touch? Because that can be a thing as well. Because if it doesn't heal, I don't want to say heal quickly, but if you are noticing like tenderness, you may need to go see a dermatologist, just so they can have like a closer look and see what's going on. So that's the first thing. That may be a thing that you may need to go see a professional for real, for real. The second thing I would say is you said that you're having buildup on the scalp. Is it like product buildup? Is it oil? Like is it dirt? Like what's going on? Because you may benefit from a clarifying shampoo, but like a hydrating one, like ORS aloe vera. Like the ORS aloe vera shampoo is a good option. Very gentle on the scalp and the hair, or even K18 peptide prep shampoo. That might be really good for your scalp as well. So that might be an option. And then it seems to be delaying healing. I would also use, as cliche as it may sound, I would use aloe vera gel or juice and like massage your scalp with it. Like you may need to get like a fresh aloe plant and like puree up the gel and use that like as like a scalp treatment to help with the healing. Because I know without a shadow of a doubt, aloe vera is such a healing plant. In my opinion, it truly is. And you may even see quick results by taking that fresh aloe plant, the gel, and just massaging your scalp with this. So I think that'll be really helpful for you. But once again, over time, if you see no changes, you may really want to go see a dermatologist or even a trichologist as well if you have one in your area. Can high porosity hair revert back to low porosity hair? Ooh, that's a good question. So I actually just started sharing this story recently, but you guys know I do hair care coaching calls, one-on-one hair care coaching calls. The link is below. I had a call with a client, I want to say 3 weeks ago, and she has high porosity hair, right? And I shared with her, because you have high porosity hair, pre-poo your hair with coconut oil. Like just start pre-pooing your hair. Like that'll be really good for moisture retention and also protecting your hair as well. She started pre-pooing her hair with the coconut oil, and she started noticing that her porosity started changing. Like her cuticles are now more closed, more tighter. So now she's able to retain more moisture. So to answer your question, I do think it is absolutely possible. I think pre-pooing is a great method to potentially going from high porosity to low porosity. But let me say this too. You can still have healthy high porosity hair. Like low porosity is not like the goal. You know what I'm saying? So if you have high porosity hair, that's still okay too. now of course your moisturizing technique will look different, a little bit different than low porosity, but you can still have healthy high porosity hair. But to answer your question based on what you just asked me, I think pre-poo is a great way to change your porosity. So hopefully that helps. Okay, let's see. What do you recommend for slow growth in the nape area? It's always been an issue for me since childhood. If it's been an issue since childhood, it may be like internal, maybe like genetic or something like that. But of course, like I always tell people, like, for he's on his last leg. Oh my God, he's gonna fall off. Oh, I'm so sad. Dang it. He's gonna leave me. I'm so sad. I'm gonna walk, I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sad about the stupid nail. I'm just gonna pull it off. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Oh, it's so disrespectful. Oh well. Well, when I go back to the nail salon, they'll be like, "Girl, just give me a little fake nail," and because ain't no way I'm cutting all my nails down to this. There's no way. There's no way. Anyway, I digress. But targeted scalp massages in the nape area would be ideal for sure. You can also do derma rolling. That's also an option too, to reactivate dormant follicles, because there may be dormant follicles in your nape area. You know what I'm saying? So helping to activate them with a derma rolling, with a hair growth oil may be what it needs. Definitely get on a good multivitamin with like B complex within there, biotin, B12, B5, for example. I think that'd be really helpful for you. But definitely the targeted scalp massages or the derma rolling would be a great option. Great question. Okay, let's see. My hair grows up very fast, but not my nails. I take vitamins for hair and nails. What are your suggestions? Thank you. Your nails don't grow, but your hair grows fast. You may need a little bit more protein in your diet, because if you're taking a multivitamin, what I'm assuming has like biotin, all the good stuff, you could now, I'll say this too, you could take a higher amount of protein biotin, because biotin helps with the keratinization, or the makeup of keratinization, which is also your nails as well, right? So you may want to increase your biotin intake. I take a 8 mg supplement by pure encapsulation, or you can also take a protein shake, like start drinking like protein or getting more protein to your diet to help your nails start growing as fast as your hair. Okay, so that's what I would do. Great question. Okay. You guys still doing good here? Are you guys still enjoying this random live? It's not random because we just schedule it, but this live. Okay, let's see. Do you come online at any specific time and what day? I just happened to pick up my phone and you were on. Oh, yay. And yes, I enjoy the information that you provide. Thank you, Eileen. So here's the thing. So I go live every Thursday. But I rotate. So this week is YouTube at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. Next week will be Instagram at 7 p.m. on Thursday. So typically every Thursday at 7 o'clock, I'm going live either on YouTube or IG. So that's kind of my routine for the most part. And of course, I upload new videos weekly. I uploaded a new video yesterday. So yeah, that's my schedule per se. All right, let's see. I think I just answered that question. Should I keep the spray bottle in the fridge, or will it be okay sitting out? Are you referring to the tea rinse? If you're referring to the tea rinse, sis, I would say keep it in the fridge, because the hydrating herbal hair tea rinse is just straight up herb. So there's no preservative in there. Like, it is a straight up natural organic product. So to preserve it once you have like your tea, especially if you're using it as like a leave-in or a curl refresher, you want to keep it in the fridge. You can keep it in there up to like 5 to 7 days, I would say. And then from there, you want to go ahead and make a fresh batch, but definitely in the fridge for sure. Great question. How to keep my hair moisturized when wearing a twist out. So you're wearing a twist out. So honestly, let's say you twist out, or you do your twist out on a Monday, right? Depending on the products that you're using, your hair should still feel moisturized on Tuesday and hopefully on Wednesday. Okay. If not, at least by Wednesday or Thursday, that's your time to re-moisturize, replenish your hair, and also retwist your hair as well. So that's what I would do. That's what I would do for sure. Yeah. Okay. Do you use the Revere and does it actually prevent heat damage, please? Hey Pierre, yes. So I use the I use the Revere at least once a week, like because that's my wash day, and I haven't experienced any level of heat damage. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. So I think it's worth the investment. In my opinion, it is. I love my Revere. I really do. And the fact that I can stretch my hair without the damage, I'm all for that. And the great thing is too, it doesn't leave your hair dry. Now, of course, it depends on your heat setting, depends on the products that you're using when you do the Revere. Like typically when I use my Revere, I make sure that I'm Revering on like damp hair. It's never soaking wet, but it is like damp hair. And I use hydrating liquid ingredients like the Apogee Shea Pro, Apogee Keratin Spray. And then of course I use like a heat protectant, like a lightweight heat protectant. And that leaves my hair nice and soft as well. But to answer your question, Pierre, it does not cause any heat damage, at least for me. So I really enjoy it for sure. Hi, Tanya. I have Luster's Pink Hair Lotion. The first ingredients are water, which is actually mineral oil. So really the first ingredients is water, mineral oil, and I think there's lanolin after that. I have low porosity hair. Can I use this on my scalp? No. I wouldn't recommend. I don't recommend creams on the scalp at all. Oils are fine. Serums are fine. Shampoos are fine. But creams, conditioners, deep conditioners, lotions on the scalp, I typically don't recommend it. Because it can absolutely lead to buildup. In some case, it can clog the pores of the scalp as well. So to me, it's risky. So I wouldn't do it. I would focus that pink lotion, which I think is a great option, on the length of your hair. Creams on the length of your hair. Conditioners on the length of your hair. Okay. So that's what I would recommend. And you'd be amazed how many people I've talked to who felt like, oh, I could put conditioner on my scalp. And I'm like, no, don't do that. That's going to disrupt your hair growth cycle. It's going to mess up or disrupt your scalp microbiome. It can lead to dandruff. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. So creams are for the shaft, the length of your hair. I know when I go to the salon, they straighten my hair before the trim. They then cut it. It might be too much heat. I'm not sure. Oh, you're replying. Okay, got it. Okay, I think I answered your question already. Okay, I have CCCA and alopecia. I've been getting scalp injections, but want to move to more natural. So I've been using onion juice in the middle of my hair to grow it out. What shampoo and conditioner is good for low porosity? So your goal is to grow your hair out, right? Shampoo, conditioner. You know what? If you have an Ulta near you, I would check out the Bondi Boost line. Bondi Boost, I think they're like an Australian brand, but they specialize in like growing the hair, and it's a great shampoo conditioner duo. So Bondi Boost, Bondi Boost. And then also we just talked about the As I Am rice water. So I would get your hands on this too. And you can use this on your scalp. And this is a liquid. So this is okay for the scalp. Okay. So for growing your hair, CCCA, alopecia, I would definitely use this on your scalp and on like the length of your hair as well. So, but yeah, Bondi Boost, shampoo, conditioner. And if you can get your hands on this just to see how your hair likes it, which is also at Ulta, I would do that too. Hopefully that helps. Okay, I answered that one already. As a woman who's about to enter my early 30s, hey, early 30 girl, welcome to the club. Shout out, welcome to the club. I'm 35. It feels so good to like say that. Like I'm 35 years old. And I love that for me. Okay, anyway, but yes, so welcome to the club, sis. How should I use it? Wait, wrong question. What supplements are a must for skin, hair, and nail health? You just said it. I would get on a hair, skin, nail vitamin, like for real. The brands I recommend, Pure Encapsulations. That's just my go-to. I love them. They have a hair, skin, nail supplement. Have all the things, all the things. I would definitely use that for sure. What else? What else? What else? Mega Food, the brand Mega Food, another great vitamin supplement because I want to put this out here. Not all vitamins are made the same. You know, you have people who are like, yeah, I tried biotin. I ain't like it, girl. It didn't work for me. But once you switch up to a different brand, you're like, oh my gosh, now my hair is growing. You know what I'm saying? So the brand matters. Mega Food, Pure Encapsulation are my top two. There's another one that's really good for like herbs called Gaia, Gaia. That's really good too. But as far as uses, I would say definitely get on a hair, skin, nail supplement because you're going to get everything you need in there. I would also start taking getting more protein in your diet for your skin, your hair, your nails. That plays a role too. I would definitely get an omega-3 supplement. A lot of times the omega-3 will be separate from the multivitamin. So I would get on a good omega-3. My favorite one is Nordic Naturals. Nordic Naturals, and all this stuff I actually have below in my Amazon store, but that one's a really good one, omega-3. And then make sure the multivitamin has magnesium within it. I just saw a video today and I posted on my IG about how magnesium is tied to the balancing of our hormones as women. So I would definitely make sure that you get on a good multivitamin that has magnesium within it too. But definitely omega-3, protein supplements somewhere, somehow in your diet, whether that's through red meat, leafy greens, or protein shake. And of course, a good hair, skin, nail vitamins by Pure Encapsulations or Mega Food. Great question. Hello, are the products you purchased today on your Amazon store? This one absolutely is. The other two, the Brazilian product and the As I Am is not. But I'm going to try to find them and put it in there. But the Apogee one is. Okay, let's see. I love to hear that, Melvina. Melvina says, I have learned a lot from this channel about my hair. Hey, I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you for being here, sis. Okay, Nubian Queen says, for low porosity hair, deep condition with the heat cap or steamer, what is better and why? Great question. So with heat cap, you're getting dry heat, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that because it does help. But steamer, not only are you getting heat for that deeper penetration, but you're also getting an added layer of hydration with the steamer. So heat cap, you just get some penetration, deeper penetration into the hair. With the steamer, you get penetration and an added layer of hydration. So I would go for the steamer. That's what I would do. Great question. Thank you, Sophia. Sophia says the Curly Chemistry ebooks is a good read. I purchased it and you can use it, and you can use the ebook as a reference book. Absolutely. Absolutely. Your nemesis, the fly. That is funny. It is the nemesis. Okay, let's see. I'm going to answer all these questions. I am on 10 right now, so let's try to get through as many as we can. We'll try, though. We'll try. Do you think Sacred Edge drops are worth the price? Is there a more affordable option? Miss Jones, I love your question. I think there is an affordable option. Now, don't get me wrong. I do think the Sacred Edge shop, I think their formula is divine. I think their formula is amazing. However, The Ordinary has pretty much the same exact ingredients in there for like a fraction of the cost. So The Ordinary, I think it's like the Ordinary Density Peptide Scalp Serum. That one is worth checking out. And then now I'm learning about this product again, because this one also has these copper tripeptides and inositol and caffeine and biotin. So you can also use this too. So you got options out here. And this one was, this product is usually like $10. but the beauty supply store I went to today had it on sale for $6. So, but yes, there are other options out here for sure. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Luana. Sometimes does natural hair get thicker before it gets longer? Oh, absolutely. So depending on your hair type, your hair will seem like man, it's not really growing, but it's the shrinkage, but your hair is growing. The thickness is a good sign. Thickness is a great sign of hair health for sure. And a lot of times you may notice thickness first before the length comes. So that is a thing too. So yeah. And believe it or not, thicker hair. So you have like I don't have a picture. Well, I do. I can make a picture. My little chicken scratch. Hold on one second. I just learned this the other day and I thought that was really cool. So a lot of times with thicker hair, a lot of times you will have two strands coming out of one pore. So if you are experiencing thicker hair, that means that you're actually having more strands of hair coming through a singular pore. That's a good sign. Okay, so whatever you're doing, keep doing it. I don't know if it's scalp massages, if it's a vitamins, if it's your regimen, but definitely keep doing it. Absolutely. Okay. 154 Angel 154 says the apogee reconstructor added to my conditioner was absolutely amazing for my hair because I was wearing braids from December until early June, DIY, of course. I'm so glad that that works for you. And I never thought about adding the apogee to a moisturizing conditioner. I can see that being really good. But yeah, I'm glad that that works for you. A top tier fruit fly mix is ACV, a tiny bit of water, a few tablespoons of sugar with a sticky paler. Really? Okay, I'm gonna have to try that. How often should curly hair be washed per week? I recommend once a week, but honestly, it depends on you. I wouldn't go longer than 2 weeks, ideally. 1 month and beyond, it gets very, very tricky at that point, but I recommend once a week. Once every 2 weeks. Once every other week, the max, I would say. Jadine says, I definitely will moisturize more regularly and thank you for all the tips. I need to sleep. It's 1 a.m., but we appreciate the advice. You're welcome. I don't know if she's even still on here, but you're welcome, Jadine. Thank you for being here. How do you wash your hair weekly without drying your hair out? So everything I use is a hydrating shampoo, a hydrating conditioner, my hydrating herbal hair tea rinse, a hydrating leave-in conditioner. I just use hydrating products and then I use them every 3 days too, on top of that, which is keeping that moisture in my hair. Now, of course, I don't shampoo conditioner every 3 days, but I'm using a moisturizer every 3 days to keep that moisture intact, So it comes down to the consistency of your routine and then using the right products as well. So that's what I do. Is hair grease for the hair or the scalp? That's a great question. So historically, it's been used for both, for the scalp and the hair. Now, of course, that varies because there's some people who just can't handle grease on the scalp. And then there's others who use it for dry scalp and they love it, So I think it varies, but I think it's great for the hair and the scalp too. Once again, the scalp, it varies. Can ACV be a replacement for a clarifying shampoo? I think it can be. I think ACV rinses are a great natural alternative to clarifying shampoo. So if you're doing that and you notice that your hair feels good, your scalp looks good, there's no buildup, there's no flakiness going on, then that's a good sign that your hair prefers that or is compatible with ACV rinses as a clarifying shampoo. But yes, you can absolutely do that for sure. I saw an aloe vera drink in Walgreens. Is that good for hair/body? I was thinking of getting some and mixing it with herbal tea. I drink moringa tea in the morning. Yeah, so I would say just make sure that it's like real aloe vera, that is not full of like sugar. If it has like sugar in it, I'll let it go, girl. Let it go. You know, but people get like aloe vera juice, like the Lily of the Desert brand I was telling you guys about. You can drink that as well. But the one at Walgreens, just make sure that it's like authentic and there's no like sugar in there. Hi, Tanya. Is Murray's beeswax, sorry, is Murray's beeswax healthy for Afro textured hair? I'm thinking of using it to seal my ends like a hair grease. Yes, absolutely. The Murray's is old school. Yes. You can definitely use that. I want to say the base might be hair grease. It may be petrolatum, and then they're using beeswax as like a structuring agent. But yes, you can absolutely do that. And what I would do too is I would take like a cream or a liquid or a cream. Like make sure for your ends. I love how I'm touching it like it's my hair, but I bought it, so it's mine. But seriously, like for your ends, I would put like a cream on there or a liquid, and then take that Murray's beeswax and then put it on your ends, and like maybe like kind of go like that or like twist it up. That's what I would do. That's a great way to help with length retention too, because the ends of your hair, as you guys know, is the oldest part of your hair, and they are the first to go. Because if you think about it, your ends have gone through the most with you. You know what I'm saying? Like the hair that's on, I can't even show you guys my hair because my hair is under here, but the hair that's like down here, I've had that hair for probably like 5 years, 5 or 8 years, because you have the anagen phase that goes for about 5 or 8 years and then it sheds. So the hair I've had down here has been around for 5 or 8 years, right? So think about all the stuff I've done to my hair in the past 8 years. It's gone through a lot of heat. Well, not a lot of heat, but it's gone through heat. It's gone through a lot of brushing, a lot of combing, a lot of manipulation. So it kind of is very fragile at that point. It's the elderly of your hair. So doing the whole beeswax at the end with the cream or liquid first would be golden for maintaining and retaining your ends so you can see your length as well. So I think that's a great option, a great idea for sure. Would you say the 2-minute after treatment is the GOAT for protein treatments in comparison to liquid hydrolyzed wheat protein and other protein treatments? I have little breakage on the floor. So I would say the GOAT would be the 2-step. The 2-minute is the lightweight version. The 2-step is the hardcore version. So it depends on your hair needs. And the thing is, hydrolyzed wheat protein is inside of the Alpha-G products. So you're getting that. Like that is like the main functional ingredients. That is like what's making it so amazing. So I think if I'm to be biased here, I think it is the GOAT. I think it is. But yeah. Lily of the Desert. I like the inner fillet. I think that one's really good. Should I pre-poo every wash day? I recommend it if you have the time. I would do so. Thank you, Bria. Appreciate you. I started using silicones again after years of following the no silicone rule. Can you offer any advice on using them as part of my wash and go routine? I have 3B3C curls wave medium density. Yeah, so similar to hair grease, right? So the silicones are going to kind of create like a protective film around the hair itself. And also depends on the type of silicone. So I mentioned earlier, like this product here, which I love so much. The second ingredient is a dimethicone. This is a water-based silicone, so it's going to wash off easily without a problem. But then you have like dimethicone, for example, that's a little bit more heavier. So to kind of maintain a healthy regimen so that you're not experiencing any like buildup, it's going to be exactly what I mentioned earlier. Just make sure that you are staying on top of your wash days and clarify once a month, ideally. That would be the best advice I would give you for sure. Anytime you incorporate hair grease in your routine or silicones in your routine, you don't want to go too long without washing your hair. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'd be really key. Great question. Is it better to air dry or blow dry your hair? It depends on what you want to do. I think both options are fine. You know, if you want more of a stretched look, blow dry is the way to go. Always use a heat protectant for sure. But if you want more of like a, you know, I don't want to use heat on my regimen, then air dry. That's completely fine. What conditioner do you use the most? Ooh. See, that's a hard question because it's a hard question, but I'll just say this. I really like the Lador Wonder Balm conditioner. I like the Eva NYC deep conditioner. It's stuff is thick as heck, but it's really good. You can't go wrong with Shea Moisture, Manuka Honey hair mask. What else do I like? What else do I like? Herbal Essence, believe it or not, whole blends. The whole blends line is really good. But lately I've been reaching for the Lador, Lador Wonder Balm. You can find that below in my Amazon storefront. It's a Korean hair brand. It's a conditioner, but it's so good. So that's what I've been using recently. Are herbs for the scalp only? I would say no. You can use it both for scalp and hair. Barbara says, Tanya, I love your channel. I trust your recommendations because of your experience as a chemist. Thank you, sis. Do you have any advice for radiation therapy? Wait, do you have any advice for the radiation therapy question? What's the radiation therapy question? Where's that at? Whoever posts, they can repost it. Like, if I can find it, that'd be great. But I don't see that question here. Is the CeraVe anti-dandruff shampoo a good choice? I think so. That feels so weird with my short. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. Let it go. Let it go, Tanya. Your nail broke. Let it go. It will grow back. It's okay. For those who just joined, we had a whole fiasco about my nail, and I tried to do the nail glue, and here we are. Here we are. Look at this. It's disrespectful, but whatever. My hair is itching now. I'm getting annoyed. Okay. It's the CeraVe anti-dandruff shampoo a good choice? So I think it is. I've seen the ingredient list. I think they have some great ingredients in there. I'm so glad that they're getting into hair care now because CeraVe has been known for like skincare and body care, right? But they're getting into hair care, which I absolutely think is so great. So I think it's worth checking out. I've seen a lot of good reviews about that formula, so I would definitely check it out for sure. When doing a braid out on blown out hair, is starting with a cream first. Sorry, I got distracted. Is starting with a cream first good enough, or do you need to spritz it either way, water first to actually add moisture? Great question. So the cream will still be moisture. Your cream will still be a hydrating ingredient, providing water is the first ingredient, right? So it's still moisture. What I would do, who asked that question? Darn J. Sorry, sis, if I butchered your name. But what I would do is a test. And I always tell people, do a test, do a test, do a test. So for you tonight or whenever you want to do your hair, put your hair in like two sections, so like left and right. Do one where you have the liquid, the cream, and the oil, and do the other side where it's just cream and oil. Braid it up, wrap it up. The next day, unravel it. See which side feels the best. Even better, wait until like once you unravel it, see how your hair feels throughout the day. How does it feel towards the end of the night, the end of the day? Whatever side feels the best, looks the best, that's the method and the technique you should move forward with. That's what I would do. Great question. Any advice for folks with chronic pain issues? My back, shoulder hurts when I try to take care of my hair and do wash days, keep up with maintenance, that have a hard time with consistently. Due to chronic pain issues, email me, Jays. I don't know if you're still on here or not, but email me. ilearn at curl. That was my chair, by the way. Just FYI. Yeah, email me. ilearn at curlychemistry.com. Jays, okay? Because I had someone ask me the same exact question. I think she had like a disability and she just really could not wash her hair, you know. And I think she lived by herself too. And I was able to recommend different like tools that is out there for those who may have an issue like washing their hair, you know. So send me an email, ilearn@curlychemistry.com, and I will send you what I sent that woman as well. Okay. I'm wearing mini braids under a wig. How often should I trim? You're wearing mini braids under a wig. How often should you trim? So the rule of thumb is like every 6 to 8 weeks you want to do a trim, but it really depends on your hair. I like to do search and destroy. For those who don't know what that means, search and destroy is like when it's your wash day or when you're just, you know, doing your hair, you're looking at your ends and you're like, okay, what do I see here? Oh, there's a split end. Ooh, that looks bad. Cut that off. You know, so like you're searching and you're getting those ends. So you can definitely do that. But I would try to get a trim every 6 to 8 weeks if you can. Now, do I do that? No. Because I don't trust everyone with my hair. So I kind of just go as I see. You know, now if it looks really bad, then I'll go see my girl Maggie, who's in Durham, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I just do search and destroy. And I do have a video on trimming. It's kind of like a quick and dirty way to trim your hair, but what you do is you put your hair in 2-strand twists. Like you can do chunky ones or skinny ones or whatever, but you do 2-strand twists, and where the hair starts to get skinny, that's where you cut. This is a perfect illustration moment. Are you ready for my great what's that man name who do the painting? Bob Walter? No, not Bob Walters. Bob Jones? No. His name is Bob. The painter Bob. Yeah. So we're gonna do a little that looks really bad. We're gonna do a little visual. That looks really bad. Oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't show that. Wait a minute. Hold on. There has to be a way to make this not look crazy. I can't. Okay. Gosh darn it. Everything looks very suggestive in a bad way. But we're all adults here. We know what it is, right? Right. Okay. Bob Ross. Thank you. Okay. Presenting my amazing artwork that is horrible. Bam. Okay. So this is the braid. It's nice and thick, right? When it starts to get skinny, don't laugh. Please don't laugh at my work. I feel like there's someone out there who's like legit cracking up right now. I see you. I can even hear your laughter right now. Don't do that. Where it gets skinny, this is where you want to cut. That is typically the fragile part of the hair, and you want to cut that off. Okay? The rest of this is fine. That's the health. But that skinny part, when you do your twist, that's gotta go. So you can do it that way too. Hopefully that helps. Okay, let's see. What time is it? Oh my gosh. It's 8:53. Okay. Oh, I mean, I get to all the questions. Let's do maybe 9:15, 15 minutes. And I'll try to do rapid fire, which never really works out, but we're gonna try anyway. Okay, I answered that one already. Hi, I hope you can answer my question. I want to put rice flour in my conditioner and leave it in my head and hair. Is that safe to do? Rice flour. I don't think that'll be a problem. The question is what's the result? Excuse me, the result going to be like, you know, like that's going to be the question. I would focus it on the shaft of your hair. I would avoid your scalp for sure. And just see how your hair responds to it. I would do it one time and just see how your hair responds, focusing on the shaft of your hair. Is it true that CCCA is due to oil on the scalp? I recently realized my scalp feels much better without oil. I use rose water or water serums now. That's perfect. So sometimes, you know, that can lead to issues with CCCA for sure, especially if you have overactive sebaceous glands as well. So the fact that your scalp is responding better to serums and like water-based formulations, that is your scalp telling you that's what it needs. That's what it wants, you know? So I think you should keep doing what you're doing because clearly your scalp is responding well to it. So I think that's a great option. Okay, answered that. Aloe vera mask and scalp massages, got it. How often should a wash be done in combination with those? Once again, I think I remember your question from earlier. I would say like once a week or once every other week would be fine. Okay, we're doing rapid fire. Okay, let's see. What's the difference between an aloe drink and aloe vera juice? So that's a good question. So I think it depends on the brand, how they're marketing it. Sometimes aloe vera drinks, if you know, they may have some sugar in there, they may have added vitamins in there. Aloe vera juice, you're getting straight up aloe vera juice. That's why I prefer the lily of the desert. Is that it? Yeah, lily of the desert inner leaf brand, because you're getting straight up aloe vera juice. And of course they do have to preserve it for sure. So there may be like some citric acid in there, but it's just straight up aloe vera juice, like straight up. But once again, it depends on the brand and how they're marketing it. What's a good brand for multivitamins and how many IUs or mcg should I take on the vitamin D3 and K2? Ooh, so I am risky with my D3, K2. I take Dr. Berg's, which I think, let me tell you, his is 10,000 IU, which sounds kind of crazy to some people, but that's what I take. And so, yeah, but I also was deficient at one point in vitamin D2. So my body needed that. So it depends on your body. I'll just say that. But as far as like the brands, as I mentioned before, Pure Encapsulation, Mega Food, and of course, Dr. Berg for like vitamin D for sure. For tea rinses, can you freeze them? You can. I actually never thought about that, but yes, you can absolutely freeze them for sure. Tanya, is vitamin E a natural preservative? If not, what would you recommend? Hey, Sophia. So vitamin E, I wouldn't recommend it as like a hardcore preservative for like a shampoo or conditioner or like a DIY spritz. It's just not strong enough in my opinion. I typically don't recommend preservatives live because I don't know what your formula looks like. I don't know what the percentages are. That's why I have like my hair care line consultations for that, so I can look at your formula and recommend a preservative based off of what I see in your current formulation, you know. But to answer your question, no, vitamin E is not a effective, preservative in my opinion. What gel should I get as a gel to twist my 4C hair? Are there gels that are bad for you because of ingredients that may contain? Should I rely on apps that say products are bad for your guy? That's a great question. I'm kind of finicky about these apps out here because sometimes they be seeing stuff is bad and it don't really be that bad. Like, you know. So anyway, but I like Aunt Jackie's curl elongating gel. That one's really good. I also like Curlsmith Hydro Silk Jelly. I think that's the name, but right now those are my top two gels right now that I really like. On Jackie's Curl Elongating Gel and the Curlsmith Hydro Silk Jelly. I think that's the name, but that one's really good. All right, let's see. I answered that one. What condition do you use the most? The Lador Wonder Balm. Right now is the Lador Wonder Balm, but once again, that may change like in a month because I always alternate my products out, but right now the Lador Wonder Balm is my go-to conditioner. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Yes, pink oil. The pink Luster's pink is a good moisturizer. Old school, but it still works. Can I use a hair serum or a spray leave-in on crochet braids? You can. I mean, as long as you have access to your hair in some form or fashion, you can absolutely do that. If you have access to your scalp, you can use a hair serum or a hair oil. If you have access to your hair, some form of fashion, you can use a leave-in spray for sure. Absolutely. After cleansing shampoo, my hair is like, what do you mean your hair is like? Your hair, where's my lipstick? After cleansing shampoo, my hair, ow, did I put lipstick on teeth? Okay, we're good. Okay. My hair is like, that's better. After cleansing shampoo, my hair is like the next day, very itchy to the point I've spent months sometimes going without. I'd like to stop, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay. Hair is very itchy to the point you spend much sometimes going without shampooing. So, okay. Okay, so it could, okay, a few things. It could be the formula. You could have a very sensitive scalp to the point that even fragrance irritates your scalp. So it could be the formula. So whatever shampoo you've been using lately, switch it up. Try something entirely different. Okay. I do have some natural ones I recommend in my Amazon store, but if you want something more hydrating, I would say once again try the As I Am Long and Luxe shampoo. That's like my holy grail at the moment. Your scalp is very itchy, so it could be your scalp is very dry. So you may want to invest, I shouldn't say invest because it's not really an investment, but you may want to use a scalp serum on your scalp in between your wash days. So let's say you shampoo your hair, right, with a hydrating shampoo on Sunday. By Tuesday, if your hair feels kind of, your scalp is kind of itchy, you can use that scalp serum. And even better, use that scalp serum on Monday as a preventative method. That's what I would do, okay? Also, you could have product build up on a scalp. That can be a thing too. I don't know, like when's the last time you had a really good shampoo or you clarified your hair and your scalp. So it could be build up as well. So it's either that shampoo is just trash, get a new one, okay? Or your scalp is dry, start using a scalp serum. Or it could be what I just forgot. Hopefully you were taking notes. Because I completely forgot the last thing I just said. Oh yeah, clarify. You could be just needing to clarify your hair. And then also the itchiness too. I would look at your scalp. Like, is it dandruff? Like what, like is it flaking? Like what's going on? Do you see like little yellow oily patches, you know? Because if you're seeing that, then it could be dandruff for sure. Like scaly patches, or is it like teeny tiny white flakes? Because if it's teeny tiny white flakes, it's definitely dryness for sure. Once it gets kind of like that yellow patches, it could be dandruff. So I would kind of, you know, look at that and try those three options. Still, if nothing still works, I would go see a trichologist or a dermatologist in your area. That's what I would do. Great question though. Okay, let's see. Answered that already. My hair seems less dense. Are there any products that can add density to my hair? I have high porosity hair. Yeah. Okay, your hair seems less dense. Okay. It's so funny because I just spoke to someone about this. So I would look for not shampoo, sorry. I would look for products that have certain type of polymers within them. I would look for products that have like maltodextrin within them, aloe vera juice within it, or VAVP copolymer, because maltodextrin and VAVP copolymer, they will leave a layer on the cuticle that will help improve. How can I say improve? What I'm trying to say, it improves. Okay, it gives you the appearance of improved density because of that layer on the cuticle. You know what I'm saying? So I would look for products that have those ingredients within them. Aloe vera juice will naturally plump the hair as well. So looking for shampoo, sorry, well, yeah, shampoos too. Yeah, the As I Am has aloe vera juice within it as well. And look for products that have aloe vera in them. You know, I would definitely do that. I would definitely do scalp massages for sure. I would also check your iron levels because sometimes a lack of iron will lead to thinning of the hair. I would check your vitamin D levels too. What else would I do? You can always do good old castor oil too. Castor oil is a great way to thicken the hair naturally as well. I would accompany that with scalp massages. A little goes a long way. Don't be out here like the other girls who be like dousing it on their scalp and go whoosh, 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 and the castor oil is like dripping down their forehead. You don't need that much, you know. So you have some options. You got some options, but I would definitely look for gels that have like those ingredients: maltodextrin, VAVP copolymer, or aloe vera juice within it. Yeah, that's what I would do. And once again, for those who are just coming in or have just been here for a while, I'm going to save this live, so you can always rewatch the replay to take notes and stuff. Sometimes the center of my hair feels sore when I touch it. What are your thoughts about why that happens? So a lot of times, believe it or not, It could be random. It could just be like a random, just random, which is random. Or it could be based off of like how you've been styling your hair, you know. So maybe you did a braid out and maybe you apply a little bit more tension than usual in that section. It could be that. It could also be inflammation in the scalp. You know, that's a stretch, but it is possibly a thing as well. I would kind of monitor it and see if you notice if it's still there like a week from now. And then at that point, what you could do, mm, mm, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm in my head thinking sometimes a dry scalp can lead to tenderness as well, because dryness severe dryness will lead to irritation of the scalp. And a lot of times with that irritation comes the inflammation, which then leads to that tenderness to the touch. So it could be where the solution could be using a scalp serum, like I mentioned before. Pacifica Scalp Love is a good one. Pattern Beauty has a scalp serum as well. So you have some options there, and just monitor it. If you still see that it's still an issue, then I would see a trichologist or a dermatologist so they can have like a closer look. Do. Yo, I did I did a consult with you last year. It was amazing. Oh, yay, thank you. I did blood work. Turns out I'm low in iron, vitamin D3, and ferritin. I believe that if I get those up, my hair will grow back properly. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I would just start getting on a good supplement. I don't know if they recommended one for you or not, but I like for iron, I like the blood builder. And I think I put this in your plan, your custom plan as well. But I like the blood builder one for iron. For vitamin D3, I like Dr. Berg's. And yeah, that's what I would do. So those are really good. I highly recommend that. And then I would also do an omega-3 supplement too. That'd be really good for like reducing any inflammation within the body as well, and also giving your hair the nourishment and your scalp the nourishment that it needs from those omega-3 fatty acids. So omega-3, Dr. Berg, vitamin D, if you want to try that one, or the blood builder, which I think is by Mega Foods as well, but blood builder iron supplement is really good. Okay, let's see. Answer that. Do you know why people say that when you use the chibi powder, to not put it on the scalp? I don't know. I haven't heard that. I have not heard that. If people are saying that, maybe it's something tied to like, is it in general or is it like a certain formula? Because I've seen people coming out now with like the chebe butters and stuff like that. I don't know, because I thought people put it on their scalp, like they put the butter and the oil on the scalp. And there could be some irritants in it, which might be why people are saying don't put it on your scalp. So I don't really mess with the chevy powder. I don't really, and honestly, I've never even had a desire to buy it. I think the concept is pretty cool, but I don't know. I just haven't tried it, you know, but there may be some irritants in there that people are saying don't use it on the scalp. Okay, let's see. What time is it? Okay, 9:08. We got a few more minutes. I love your content. Thank you, Sunny Valley. What are your thoughts on micro/sister locks, especially when it comes to keeping them moisturized? So for sister locks, I would say this. Well, the first thing I would say is that, and you may have to correct me, but I'm assuming like, are they similar to regular lock? You have to kind of get them retwisted, I'm assuming. And if that is the case, you know, that is the case, I would make sure that there's no crazy tension at the scalp. And that's the only thing about locks and micro locks, is that you kind of have to be very careful with the tension, because I've seen a lot of women who they get them in like their 20s and their 30s, and then by the time they're in their 60s, they're dealing with a lot of hair loss at the edges. So be very mindful of that. But as far as moisturizing, I would do liquid. This is a perfect product, honestly, to use for liquid, for moisturizing your hair, you know, so that's what I would do. And then you can also use like a lightweight oil, grapeseed oil, jojoba, or sweet almond. What would you recommend for preventing breakage before washing after I take out my hair? Take out my hair out of braids or whatever. I lose a lot of hair during the pre-poo. So And I'm assuming you're talking about like braids where like it's a protective style. I'm assuming like you've had them in for a few weeks maybe. If that is the case, then that's normal, because anytime you take down your braids, you're going to have a significant amount of shedding, and that's because naturally our hair sheds 50 to 100 strands a day, so that's normal. That's completely fine. So let's say you had your braids in for, I don't know, 14 days, which is probably rare because most people leave them a little bit longer than that. You're going to have thousands of shedded hair, technically, like potentially 1,400 strands. That's on the higher max of shedded hair. So when you do take your braids out, it's going to feel like, oh my gosh, my hair is falling out, when really it's just shedded hair. So let's just say that. Now, if you are experiencing breakage, then that's a little bit different. Then that can be tied to, of course, the dryness and whatnot. But when you do take your hair down, I would use a good pre-poo. You can use coconut oil, absolutely. But for more slip, especially for like that detangling that you may want to do, African Pride has a pre-poo that I think is really, really good. It's like a jelly texture. It's a really unique type of pre-poo, but it's great for detangling, especially when you take your braids down. And that will help with minimizing the breakage for sure, So that's what I would recommend. Okay, I asked earlier at the beginning. Okay, I was diagnosed with stage 0 breast cancer. Thank God it was caught early. Yes, thank God for that, Barbara. Just finished radiation therapy, but low porosity, hair is very dry. Any tips, please? Absolutely. So similar to what I said earlier about the lady who drinks like a ton of water, I would increase your water intake. And you may be an avid water drinker, Barbara. So if you are, great. But if not, I would start drinking water, like drink lots of water, like 60 ounces of water. If you can daily, that'll help tremendously, because not only are you hydrating your cells, your body, but you're also hydrating your hair from the inside out. That's the first thing I would say. The second thing I would say is I would start, if you have a hair care regimen, I would do that. I would stick with that. I would let hydration be your main focus. So hydrating shampoo, hydrating conditioner. I would make sure you are keeping up with your moisturizing cycles in between your wash days. So moisturize your hair every 2 days. That's what I would do. I would just be very avid on being consistent on moisturizing your hair in between your wash day and keeping up with a good wash day once a week with a hydrating shampoo and a deep conditioner. And because your hair is really dry, very dry, as you're saying, for the next 3 or 4 wash days, I would do a deep conditioning treatment. And if I were you, I would also invest in a steamer. If you can, I would invest in a steamer, because once again, it's going to help that product to penetrate a lot deeper, but it's also going to add an extra layer of hydration as well. So that's what I would do. Hopefully that helps. Do you use skin creams in case you get itchy? No. I don't get itchy like my skin. The only cream, the only moisturizer I use on my skin is the CosRx Propolis serum. That's pretty much it. That's all I pretty much use. But yeah. But you know what? I will say this too. If you have itchy skin, oh gosh, what is it called? Is it CeraVe? Now I gotta look. Hold on 1 second. There's like a lactic acid skin moisturizer that's really good. It's by the brand, I think it might be CeraVe. It is. So CeraVe has some great clinically proven formulations that I think are worth checking out. So if you do have like really dry, itchy skin, I would look for the CeraVe. And the one I have upstairs actually is for lactic acid. I don't even know why I even brought that. It must have been for something, because I don't really use it that often. But CeraVe lactic acid. Yeah, that's the one I would use. But anyway, that line, that brand itself has really good high quality formulations for like dry skin. Oof. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I missed anything. I answered that one already. Okay, we're getting down to the wire. Okay, I answered that already too. I want to make sure I don't get too excited. Yep, answer that, answer that. Okay. All right, all right, all right. We're getting down to the wire here. Answer that. My hair can't handle a lot of protein. I tried the Apogee 2-minute and it still made my hair hard to comb through. What would you recommend? If your hair can't handle a lot of protein, you know what? I would use the Pro Vitamin Leave-In Conditioner. I would use this guy. I feel like he's been like the highlight of the night. Him and that other As I Am product. But I would use this product here because you will get a little bit of protein, but it's mainly hydration. So I would use this as like a liquid protein treatment that actually stays on, you know. So I would try the Apogee Pro Vitamin Leave-In Conditioner. Great question. Is it wrong to put oil or grease on my hair then after my styling cream when setting my hair for a twist out or blow dried hair? No, not at all. No, not at all. And honestly, that's a great opportunity to see which one your hair likes more. So like I mentioned earlier, like doing a test, like one side oil, one side grease, you know, and then see which side your hair prefers or what side your hair is more compatible with. So no, that's not a problem at all. I think that's a great option because I do the same thing because my hair be blow dried and I be putting oil and grease on it as well after my moisturizer. So that's completely fine. How am I doing today? Thank you for asking. I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Excited for the weekend. Okay, let's see. Answer that. Did I answer that? I answered that one already. Answer that one already. Answer that one already. Will you give me a brand to try for red light comb / brush? I don't know if they make a comb or a brush. I know they have the helmet, but I Restore. I think that's one of the top brands for like red light therapy. I did a review on that helmet a few months ago, and they may have a brush. They may have a brush or a comb. I'll be surprised if they don't have it, but the brand I Restore, I would check them out. Definitely don't trust everyone with your hair. No, you cannot. You cannot trust everyone with your hair. You cannot. Do you have any recommendation? Hey, Mary. Mary says, hi, Tanya. Do you have any recommendations for thickening my sister locks? I have CCCA. I have CCA and my locks have thinned out a lot. I have long-term COVID 3 years. Ooh, wow. Oh, long-term COVID 3 years ago. Thanks for help. You're welcome, Mary. Okay, so my first question to you, Mary, would be, is there any tension? Once again, going back to tension, you know, because one thing I will say that, and I don't know how old you are, but one thing I will say is once we get over like 45, the follicles get a little bit weaker. So our hair can't handle a lot of tension like it did like in our 20s or in our 30s or when we were kids. It just can't. And that's why I recommend for like women who are like approaching 60, 70, 80, 90, low maintenance, nothing pulling, nothing tight, nothing, because your like I said, your follicles, your hair, your scalp is already in a weakened state naturally, you know. Now, in some cases, you can help to rebuild this by taking or drinking collagen, because that will help too. So that might be an option as well. But as far as like the thickening your sister locks, I'll say this. Let's start internal and then external. So internal, you already know what I'm going to say. Iron levels, check that out. Vitamin D levels, check that out. You know, I would also look at your diet too, because if you have a high carb diet, I don't know what your diet is, you didn't mention it, but if you have a high carb diet, then that can play a role as well with thinning inflammation in the scalp as well. So you may want to swap for like a lower carb diet, eating more anti-inflammatory foods for sure. But definitely I would get some blood work done ASAP if you haven't done recently, for sure. Externally, Once again, another highlighted product. I would try this. And once again, I'm really impressed with these ingredients in this formulation. Like, I cannot wait to try. I just picked it up today at the beauty supply store. But this is a liquid product. So since you have sister locks, this is perfect for you because you're going to get that hydration. But there's a lot of ingredients in here that's supposed to help with hair growth and also improving the scalp as well. I'm reading improving the strength with regular use, and it can be used on both wet and dry hair. So I would try this product. And you can also use it on your scalp as well. And if you can do some level of like scalp massaging, I would do that too, sis. Like, I think that's what I would recommend, Mary. So there's hope. There's hope. There's hope. There's hope. Okay, there's always hope. So hopefully those recommendations work for you, and keep me posted. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I answered that. Okay, here we go. Do you detangling tools? What do you recommend? Yes. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I have to apologize. I gotta apologize. First of all, the fact that we're still on here is crazy because we've been on here since like 7:10, but I love you guys so much and I love what I do. So this is fun for me. I have to apologize. And I'm so glad you mentioned, who is that? Who said that? Anna. No, Emma. Emma's Haven. I like your name. Okay, detangling tools. I have to apologize. In a past live, I mentioned that I did not like the unbrush. I was like, I don't like that. No, I don't like it. Listen, I used that thing the other day in the shower. I was impressed. I was impressed. I was like, okay. So I didn't use it right the first time, clearly. But that unbrush, that brush is good. Now, here's the thing I've learned. And I don't know if it's just me, because it could be like, duh, Tanya, like, we knew this. But the best way to use it is not sideways. Use it vertical and brush your hair down. Of course, start at the ends and work your way up, but use that brush vertical. So what I did was I shampooed, right? I put conditioner in my hair. I let the conditioner sit. While the conditioner was still in my hair, I didn't rinse it out yet. I sectioned my hair. I think I did like 1, 2, 3, 4. I sectioned my hair and used the unbrush and just went whoosh, whoosh. When I tell you detangling was a breeze, now I will say that I did have a bit of shedding for sure, but that's because I didn't comb my hair in like 4 days, but that's not the story. But anyway, that unbrush is golden. I am so excited about it. So to answer your question, Emma's Haven, the unbrush, I would highly recommend. And then also the Tangle Teaser Wide Tooth Comb. Those are my top 2. I got a top 2 now. Those are my top 2. Okay, let's see. Any advice for crown breakage that is around the middle part? Should I chop or just focus on growing it out? Also, how do I determine the density of my hair? How to determine the density of your hair? There's like tools out here that do that. I don't have access to them. I don't really know how you can determine the density, but there may be some visuals online where it's like, actually, no, wait a minute. I pause. I've seen someone take like their hair and put like a measuring tape around it to help determine the density of their hair. So that can be a thing. It could be a thing. Okay. I've seen it. So it must be a thing. So there's that. But as far as like the breakage in the crown and whether you should chop it off or grow it out, it depends on you. It depends on your styles. So if you're how you're rocking your hair currently, if it's not a big deal, then I would just grow it out. Grow it out, massage. But if you're like, nah, bro, I gotta cut this off because my style is looking kind of crazy, then then I would absolutely cut it off, But if you can grow it out, I would do that too. And put extra like TLC in that area. So the scalp massaging, the moisturizing, like really, really baby that area. And be mindful of your styles, nothing too tight, nothing crazy. And when you brush and comb, be very, very gentle, baby it. I use the blood builder iron supplements. It works better than anything else I've used. I'm telling you, I love the blood builder iron supplements, because number one, they don't give you constipation. Like a lot of iron supplements will give you constipation, like, but the blood builder, they don't. It's so good. I think I'm on like, I don't even know, my 7th or 8th bottle, maybe. I don't even know. Actually, I need to get some more. But the blood builder supplements are so good. And you can get them on Amazon, my store front below where it says supplements. Sorry, I have a 2-part question. It's okay, Jasmine. Any idea on little ones, toddlers, hair for products in Canada? Oh, I don't. But I will say this, Shea Moisture and Cantu, they do have some really good lines for the babies. My client also has a whole line for babies. Her brand is called Aubrey Baby Goodies, and it's AUBREYS Baby Goodies. If you just type that in Google, you'll see her website. She has shampoo, conditioner, moisturizer. I would check her out. And of course, I'm pretty sure she ships internationally to Canada as well. So I would check her out for sure. Is it possible to have low porosity hair that dries quickly? I think usually it's not. So here's the thing. You may have multiple porosities. You know, the majority of my hair is low porosity. I do have a little bit of high porosity, mainly in the crown, but the majority may be high porosity and you may have some low porosity in there. So you could have multi porosities going on right now. That could be a thing too, you know? So yeah. So what I would do, Jasmine, if you aren't already, I would pre-poo for sure. And I would redo that test, the porosity test, like the cup test. I would do that as well. But make sure you do it on dry hair, that there's no product on that strand of hair. What brand of omega-3 would I recommend or suggest? Nordic, Nordic, Nordic Naturals. To me, that is like the best. And here's the thing, so apparently there's a test that you can do to determine if your omega-3 is really like real, because apparently people out here are selling omega-3 that's not real and it's fake. So what you want to do, and by the way, this has been done with the Nordic Naturals, so this one checks off, you're good. But if you have an omega-3 at home and it's not the Nordic Naturals and you want to see if it's really like legit omega-3 and high quality omega-3, take a styrofoam cup, like a regular styrofoam cup, pierce the little omega-3 capsule and squeeze it into the cup. Let it sit for about an hour or two, or is it overnight? I don't know, but just let it sit for a while. If you come back to that cup and you see that the cup has been like eaten through, like it's like holes in the styrofoam cup, it is not real. It is fake omega-3. Throw it away. Get your money back if you can, because it ain't, you know. So that's a really good telltale sign to see the quality of the omega-3. The Nordic Naturals, you put that thing in there and it's swimming in the cup. It's not eating the cup. It's just in harmony with the styrofoam. So that's why I highly recommend Nordic Naturals. Now I will say this, it is a little pricey, but it's worth it. It is worth it. It's so good. It is so worth it. So I highly recommend that one. Okay, Brush is amazing. It is. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, let's see. I'm determined to finish all these questions tonight. You're welcome. Do you have a video on a steamer? If not, can you? I think I do. It's been a minute, but I can update it. I can definitely update the video that I have on the steamer, and also talk about the benefits and some ones that I recommend as well. So I put it down. It's written down, so I got you. Okay, are steamers good for high porosity hair? Oh, that's a good question. So yes. Now I will say this, the heat will open the cuticle more for sure, but the benefit is that you're getting extra penetration of that conditioner or deep conditioner, and you're also getting that extra hydration from the steam. Now here's where you have to kind of not capitalize, that's the wrong word, but here's what you want to do. So when you get out of that steaming treatment, follow up with a hot oil treatment to seal that cuticle and keep that moisture in. Because once you get out of that steam treatment, it's like, you know, your cuticle is going to be like, you know what I'm saying? So you want to seal it with a hot oil treatment if you can. And if you don't want to do that in the shower, just when you put your leave-in conditioner on, just make sure you sandwich your hair with a good oil, and that'll help tremendously. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Can you use your tea rinse in a steamer? Absolutely. So what I would do for those who have the hydrating herbal hair tea rinse, what I would do is this. Combine it with your conditioner. That's how I love it. I mean, I love it both ways, but it's something about that extra juiciness that comes when you combine the tea rinse with your conditioner. But so I would do this, put the conditioner in your hair and then add the tea over it, like as your second layer on your conditioner, and then put a shower cap on and then steam it. That's what I would do. Like, your curls are going to be so juicy when you're done, like you're not going to know what to do with yourself. Okay. But yes, you can actually use it with a steamer. Excuse me. You said you can drink the tea rinse. So how does it work on your hair? Oh, great question. So with the tea rinse, so you have, of course, you can drink it, of course, but how it works on the hair. So the hibiscus in there has organic acids within it. The organic acids helps to seal the cuticle because of the acids. So it's going to help with moisture retention. It's also going to help with slip as well. There's also green tea in there. Green tea naturally has an organic compound called catechins. Catechins help to reduce inflammation in the scalp, but it also helps to extend your active hair growth phase, your anagen phase. So if you are experiencing excessive shedding, the tea rinse is going to help to reduce that shedding and prolong your hair growth cycle because of the catechins within there. There's also rosemary and peppermint to support hair growth and stimulate blood flow to the scalp as well. I also have fenugreek and marshmallow for slip and hydration and softness. So long story short, that's what it's doing when you apply it topically on your hair. So great question. And once again, I'm shipping out tea tomorrow morning, probably around 11 a.m. So if you get your order in between tonight and tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. max, I can get your order shipped out tomorrow ASAP. Okay. Great question. Okay, let's see. We're almost done, guys. We are almost done. Did I answer this one? I answered that one already. My hair doesn't have any tension. Okay, good. Okay, good to know. Awesome. Okay. Hi. I'm taking down my mini braids right now, and my right very bottom of my nape, okay, piece is significantly longer than the left bottom the left bottom very bottom of my nape piece. What should I do? I'm freaking out. Don't freak out. So I mean, you can rock a new hairstyle, okay, where your hair is like super long and your hair is shorter here. You can absolutely do that. I see it. It's a thing. I envision it. It's innovative. Rock it, okay? Or you can cut it. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? You can cut it. And the hair is so interesting because our hair is always in different cycles. So about 10% of our hair is in the telogen phase, the shedding phase. The majority of it is in the anagen phase. However, I do believe that, and this is just my theory, of course, I do believe that depending on the blood flow to that area, that could improve the lymph that you're seeing there. It's a thing, maybe that side is getting more blood flow than the other side. So this side is getting all the oxygen, it's getting the nutrients. So your hair is like in that section, right? Whereas over here, it's kind of like, I'm just kidding. But seriously, so it could be that. But you have a choice. You can rock it and be super innovative and be like, listen, this is my little strand here, and we're going to name him. We're going to call him Ralph. Okay, this is Ralph, or you can cut him. So it's up to you. Whatever you want to do. I'm here for it. If you like it, I love it. Okay, I'm getting silly. It's crazy how after close to 10 o'clock, that's when I get silly. All right. Is using leave-in, then shea butter, then grease, Wait, leave-in, shea butter, then grease the ends. Yeah, it's too much. Too much. You don't need all that. So here's what I would do. I would pick your sealant. Pick your sealant. Sorry, I got distracted again. Okay, sorry, got distracted. Okay, it's just gonna be frizzy. I can't help it. It is what it is. I would pick your sealant because you're using two. You only need one. You have the grease, where to go, or you have the shea butter. You don't need both. You know what I'm saying? So once again, like I said earlier, Vizzy, do a test. Do a test. One side with the butter, one side with the grease. Cream, butter, cream, grease. Do your twist, or however you do. Next morning, next afternoon, next evening, see which side feels better. Whatever side feels better, go with that. But you do not need both. You don't need both. Great question. Okay, we do a video on how to properly use an electric scalp massage. I see a lot of people use it straight on the scalp. Some use a scarf and a bonnet, but some put oil and massage. Oh yeah, there's a lot of different ways to use it. But I never thought about that. I don't think I've ever done a video. I'm gonna write it down. I'm writing it down. Now personally, I feel like either option works. I would do it directly on the scalp. You can absolutely combine it with a serum or an oil to make it even more beneficial. So I do recommend that. The bonnet, I guess you could do that too, but I think, just doing it directly on the scalp is completely fine. But I can definitely create some content around that for sure. I am doing the 2 to 4 hour TikTok trend. My arms will fall off. Oh, you said I'm not doing the 2 to 4 hour TikTok trend. My arms will fall. Listen, I made a video. I got a little bit of backlash about it, but I just think it's crazy. Who has that time? And they're saying, oh, well, you can space it out. You can do 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the afternoon, 30 minutes in the evening, and 30 minutes before you go to bed. Who has time for that? No, 5 minutes max. You know you're doing a good job when you start to feel the heat. The heat is the green light or the confirmation that number one, there is blood flow in that area. Blood flow contains oxygens and nutrients and the vitamins that your dermal papilla needs. So as soon as you feel that heat, that body heat, that, ooh, okay, getting kind of warm here, that is your confirmation that, okay, I'm doing a good job. I can stop. After 5 minutes, ain't no way in the world I'm going to be scalp massaging for 30 minutes 4 times a day. I'm sorry. No, but I digress. Okay. What products are good? Oh my gosh, we're almost done. Oh, okay. This is very monumental for me because normally I don't finish all the questions, but we're doing it tonight. Now, once I cut it off, then you can't be but but we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, what products are good for getting rid of frizz? Products. So 2 things. It could be a lack of protein in your regimen. So my first question to you, Sade, is how often do you do protein treatments? Do you do them once a month? Do you rarely do them? Do you do them never? Because a lot of times a lack of protein could be one of the culprits for frizzy hair. It could also be dryness as well. Like your hair is really dry, your cuticles are lifted, leading to frizzy hair. I'm trying to think if there's another option. That's the biggest thing. Now, I will say this too. A lot of people swear by hot oil treatments being good options for reducing frizz as well. So you have some options here, but I would definitely look into like your protein and just seeing, if you're doing that like once a month. Just a lightweight protein treatment will be really good for reducing frizz. Another good option is what Annie or Ann put here, the Lador oil serum, the Wonder Oil. That's another great option too, for sure. Okay, let's see. The Lador oil serum, how do you use it? I use it as a heat protectant, mainly as a heat protectant. So when I go to blow dry my hair, which I'm supposed to do tonight, probably not, When I go to wash my hair and blow dry my hair, that is my heat protectant. So that's how I use it. But some people use it as like putting shine on their hair. That's also a thing too. Oh, thank you, Jasmine. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you. Okay, hi, I have a question. Hey, Tony. My Tony says, I have a question. My hair is staying dry lately, and every time I wash, everything I wash with keeps my hair dry. My hair is growing, however, my something is thinning. What shampoo and conditioner do you recommend? So you're experiencing thinning of the hair and your hair is dry. So I'm going to recommend again the Bondi Boost shampoo and conditioner. I think that's also just a great line that's designed for supporting hair growth and reducing thinning of the hair. So I would check that out. You can get that at Ulta. I think that'd be a good option for you. And what else do I want to say? Yeah, because you just asked for a shampoo and conditioner. So I would check out the Bondi Boost shampoo and conditioner. That product may be a good option for you for sure. And then also try out this wonderful product that we just discovered today too, the As I Am rice water, because it has a lot of good ingredients in here for like hydration as well. Marion Campbell said, "Is that your hair?" The fact that you have to ask makes me happy, because that means it don't look like a wig or it don't look horrible. Because you know when someone got a wig on, it looks horrible, and you don't gotta act like you just know. But yes, this is a protective style that I have going on here because today was wash day. Well, supposed to be wash day, and it's just my hair is just like, so it needs some TLC. So I popped it on, and here we are. But yes, it's actually a lace front wig, but I don't use glue because I like my edges. So I just put a headband on to cover the lace. Okay, let's see. Can you explain your tea rinse with high porosity hair? It's not like your tea rinse is great for both. Yes, it's great for both. Absolutely great for both. Absolutely. So for the excessive shedding, that's going to be great because, like I said, that's being directly on the scalp with the tea rinse with those catechins and whatnot to reduce excessive shedding and support the hair growth. But even better, the hibiscus that's inside the formulation of the tea, those organic acids are going to actually activate. I forgot to mention this earlier. It's going to activate and enhance any conditioner. So if dryness is a problem, if detangling is a problem, when you pour the tea over the conditioner, it's going to enhance your conditioner like tremendously. That's going to be great for high porosity hair as well, for softening the hair and also for moisture retention as well. So yes, it's great for both high and low porosity. Great question. And you can use it as a leave-in, like on your LCO, like in between your wash day. Okay. Sorry for bombarding you with all these questions. You're fine. What are some good oils for hot oil treatments? Definitely sweet almond, olive oil, avocado oil would be really good. And then something lighter would be grapeseed oil. Or you can do old-fashioned VO5. Like they still make their hot oil treatments, the VO5 line. So that can be an option too. Yay, I'm so happy, Chocolate 82467, that this live has been helpful. Is that really what you do every day? Is what I do every day. What is chlorophyll used for? You know, it's so funny. I have some in my fridge that I completely forgot about, but I need to do some more research on it. Like I've heard things about like how it helps, like it's a great antioxidant and helps to reduce inflammation. I heard it's great for like cleansing your blood. I heard that it has like a lot of nutrients within it, you know, helps to like restore the body. So that's what I've been seeing and I've been hearing on it, but I should probably do some research on it and make some content around it. And you're like the second person who asked me that within like a 2-week span. So maybe that's something that might be start trending soon in the hair care space. So great question. Oil rinses also reduce frizz. That's correct. They do. They do. I see nettle in your tea rinse. What is a nettle for? Nettle is known for supporting hair growth. So if I'm correct, I want to say it behaves similar to peppermint and rosemary, where it's a vasodilator. So it helps to widen the blood vessels so more blood can flow through to the scalp to support hair growth. Great question. You guys have some great questions tonight. Hi, I love your live. I recently colored my hair, have some grays, experiencing a lot of breakage. Could this be the cause? Any recommendations? Thank you. You're welcome. So yes, so a lot of times coloring services can be a little challenging for the hair. That's why I always recommend anytime you do a chemical service, definitely always do a protein treatment, a strengthening protein treatment prior to. And then follow up with a good deep conditioner. So I would kind of sandwich that in between the treatment: protein, color, deep conditioner. So yeah, it could be that. It could be that. What I would do if I were you, I would use good old effigy. Effigy. You can probably do 2 minute. If it was like a lot of damage and breakage, then I would say 2-step. But you can probably get away with a 2 minute, or even K18 leave-in repair mask. I think that would be really helpful. But more than likely, the color is what has caused the breakage. But thankfully, that's reversible, so it's all good. Thank you for saving the live and for saying the questions out loud. There's nothing worse than catching a replay and only hearing answers. Right, that's the worst. And you know what? I didn't even realize that I do that. Like, I just say the question naturally. It makes sense to me, you know, because sometimes the chat isn't available in the replay, so it's important that I say the question. Thank you so much. It's the top. That's the You're welcome, Tony. Is it on the site? Yes, the tea rinse. If that's what you're referring to, the tea rinse. Yes, that's on the site, curlychemistry.com. And everything else will be on Amazon. Thanks, Years, for my question. You're welcome. And staying on this long, you're welcome. I'm surprised. I took a nap earlier. That's why I'm still up. That's what it is. I took like a 2-hour nap. That's why I'm like, my nail is gone. I'm so sad. It's going to grow back. It's going to grow back. For those who just came in, we had a whole episode earlier about my nail breaking. Look at that. It's horrible. All my nails are beautiful, nice and long and gorgeous. And then you got this guy here. Like, and then I tried to like glue it, and I couldn't even open up the packaging. So we're missing a nail, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't want to talk about it no more. It's fine. Okay. You guys are still asking questions. Okay, let's see. Where was the last one? Where did I stop off at? I answered that. How can I thicken my hair strands? Hey, Sierra, we just talked about this earlier in the video, so I will watch the replay for sure. But scalp massages is a great way. Check your iron levels, your vitamin D levels for sure. And what else would I say? Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Check your iron levels, vitamin D levels, and do scalp massages for sure. And be mindful of how you comb and brush your hair, because manipulating it can lead to thinning of the hair as well. Thanks for answering my question and for the live stream. Already sent that email. Great. I'm so glad you sent the email. I will get back to you probably tomorrow. But I'm going to send you the stuff I was talking about for sure. Ooh, excuse me. Is it okay to use a tea while you're under a steamer? Heck yeah, Patricia. Yes. Conditioner first, shampoo, shower cap, and then steam. Yes, absolutely. I love your hibiscus hair tea. Thank you, Shanti. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, there's just so much I want to say, but I can't. Because this is, I'm okay. There be things I want to share, like news and updates, but since I'm saving this, I can't. But I'll just say this. I'll just say this. There's more to come. There's more to come. The tea rinse was just the beginning. There's more to come. I'll just say that. I'm going to be quiet now. Okay. Did you say As I Am shampoo? Yes. Wait. Oh, for your hair? Wait. The rice water? Was this talking about the As I Am rice water for like moisture and hair growth? This is what this is. The shampoo, As I Am Long and Luxe shampoo. That's what I recommend. Actually, I think I am going to wash my hair tonight. It's late, but you know what I do when I wash my hair when it's a wash day for me? I will put a movie on in the bathroom. Like, I'll take my laptop, put on Netflix or Hulu or Peacock. What else I got? Amazon Prime, and find a movie or a sitcom. I've been into Family Matters lately. Like I've been watching, like I'm on season 3 Family Matters. I just like to watch nostalgic shows. Usually it's a different world. I know, so this is like random, but we'll get back because we're hanging out tonight. It's fine. If you have to go, it's okay. Thank you for being here. I love you. But for those who are sticking around, we're locked in. But I feel like every year I have to watch the entire series of A Different World. It's almost like an itch I have to scratch. I don't even like that term. It's almost like I just have to do it. And it's fun. Like I've seen this series at least 4 times. At least 4 times. And now I'm on Family Matters, where I just want to watch the family. The family. You guys totally just spit it. I'm so sorry. That was so disgusting. But you probably, the good thing is you are behind a screen, so you didn't get the exposure of the saliva, but it's fine. But I've been into the Family Matters, and then I'll probably end up watching Different World probably this fall. But I digress. Do you guys do that? Anyway, okay, back to the questions, because we're almost done. We're almost down to the wire. I answered that already. Okay, thank you for the info. You're welcome. The buildup isn't products. It looks like dead skin cells from healing. Oh, I'm so man. So you got a chemical burn. You got an acid burn. That's what's going on. Because whoever gave you that ACV rinse, they added way too much apple cider vinegar in that dilution. Because what makes ACV so amazing is that it has acetic acid. And that's why you have to dilute it. I recommend 2 cups of water to 1 tablespoon or a half tablespoon of ACV into it, because straight or even too much can leave acid burns on the scalp. And that's what it sounds like. As you're saying, it looks like dead skin from healing. So, yeah, you want to be very, 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 very careful. I would definitely get the aloe still. Get the aloe plant for sure. And make sure you watch a video on how to cut it, because you don't want to get the toxic part. The toxic part of the aloe, I think like the orange, not the orange, like the orange or brown color on the outer part. Make sure you don't get that in your hair, because that part will be irritating. Focus on the clear. So like I said, find the video here on YouTube and watch how to actually cut it. Or honestly, you can get the lily of the desert aloe vera gel too. That's very convenient. You can do either option works, but I would definitely use that for like that healing process, to speed up that healing process. And you want to just give it time. You want to give it time. Be very gentle when you shampoo your hair. I don't even want to recommend a clarifying shampoo. Don't do that. Focus on hydration. Depending on how sensitive your scalp is, you may want to do like, you want to do like maybe like a little patch test in the back of like the shampoo you're currently using, just to make sure that it's not too harsh on your scalp. But I think that aloe is going to be key, and then time is going to be key for sure. So yeah. How should washes and LCO be worked in conjunction with the aloe vera application to scalp? So the aloe vera application, that can be done on your wash day, because you're doing like a massage with that gel. You want to put a shower cap on, leave that on for maybe like 10 or 15 minutes, and then proceed to the rest of your wash day. LCO comes in between your wash day. So let's say your wash day is that Sunday, right? On that Monday or that Tuesday, that's where the LCO kicks in. But even then, you don't want to put LCO on your scalp. If anything, for your scalp, you could put, you could use, once again, patch test, just to make sure it's not, going to irritate you. You could use the Pacifica Scalp Love Serum. That product does have aloe in it. It does have a little bit of tea tree in there too, not a lot, but it does have a little bit in there, which can also help with aiding in that healing as well. So that's what I would do in between your wash days. So LCO is for the length of your hair. The scalp serum is going to be for your scalp. Gently massage that and use the aloe vera gel scalp massage on your wash day. That's what I would do. But I'm so sorry that happened. I'm so sorry that happened. Did you feel like it was burning at all? Like how did that, I don't know if you're still in here, sis, but how did that feel? Like, how did that feel? I'm so sorry. Still going strong, Tanya. Yes, I am. I'm still going strong and getting sillier by the minute. Okay, I appreciate your live sessions. I have learned a lot. I'll be ordering your tea this weekend. Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And by the way, I have a code for you guys. I feel like and that's why it's so good to stay towards the end because I released the codes and all the promo and stuff. So for if you haven't already gotten the tea, if you're thinking about getting a tea or you're planning to get tea, you can use code CC15. I think that one works still. I would check. CC15 for 15% off, or use code free ship, FREESHIP, for free shipping. So thank you guys. And like I said, any orders that go in tonight or by 10 a.m. tomorrow, they will ship out tomorrow afternoon. So you're going to get your tea shipped out tomorrow for any orders that go in tonight and tomorrow morning before 10 a.m. Do you have any siblings? Jillian, I feel like you asked all the personal questions, and I love it because no one asked me these questions. Do you have any siblings, or are you an only child? I have siblings. I have, I gotta think about it. I have an older brother, an older sister, and a younger sister. So I have 3 siblings. Thank you for all you do. You're welcome, Sierra. You're so welcome, sis. I'm wearing my hair in an afro. Do you think washing my hair every 5 days is too often? That's fine. I mean, you can do every 7 days, once a week if you want to do that. If you want to do 5, that's fine too. But if you could push it to 7 days, that's great. Once a week, You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you again so much for answering my question. I'm still really sad about my left side bottom nape here being so short, but I'm gonna try to grow it out. Yes, grow it out. Absolutely grow it out. How do I increase my hair density and which vitamin? We talked about density a few times actually today in vitamin recommendations. So definitely check out the replay for sure. But massages are a way to go. Check your vitamin D and your iron levels for sure. And as vitamins I recommend, you can find them below in the Kelly Chemistry Amazon storefront. Treat your nail like your hair, trim it and put a wig on it. That is funny. Someone said, treat your nail like your hair, trim it and put a wig on it. That is funny. Oh, that caught me off guard. That was good. I needed that. My poor nail. So sad. I'm excited. I can't wait till you launch new products. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I got. That's all I got. Okay. What else? Facts. I have a waterproof setup, a waterproof tablet to watch movies and shows in the shower. I love that. I love that. I love that. That's so smart because you have to make it enjoyable. Like, perspective is everything. Like, how can I enhance my wash day? Oh, I want to watch a movie. I love that. Yep. I mean, I do it already, but I love the waterproof tablet. I think that's golden. Okay, question. What can I leave and can I not leave on my scalp? Thank you for answering. What can you leave and not leave on your scalp? It depends on the product, depending on the formulation, So for example, as I am, rice water, you can leave this on your scalp because it says that you can, right? But then you may have another product that's like the instructions say only leave on for like 10 minutes and then rinse off. So it depends on the formulation. In most cases, oils are fine, serums are fine. I don't recommend conditioners or creams on the scalp at all. But when it comes to like a product, I would look at the directions. That's what I would do. Okay. The aloe will help it to heal. Absolutely. Thank you. It's only slightly tingled a day or after maybe 3 days. It started drying out very quickly and flaking. Scalp is sensitive. Oh, that's good. So that's fine. Lily of the Desert and Pacifica Scalp Love Serum. Pacifica Scalp Love Serum. That's the one you want to get. And it's at can't talk. It's at Ulta. All right, I appreciate that you're genuine and empathetic. Yes, 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 absolutely. Because it's no fun. Like when we sit into a stylish chair, we expect a good experience. We don't expect to come out with acid burns on our scalp. You know what I'm saying? So I understand completely. How should I treat balding scalp and slow hair growth? Mm, balding scalp and slow hair growth. I would honestly, if I were you, I would, mm, I would get some blood work done. You know what I would do? Go to my video I just did. I posted yesterday about hormonal imbalances. I have a, oh, I didn't, I did, okay, anyway, I have a, there's a, I can't remember what part of the video, but it's towards the solutions part of the video. Just watch the video and you will see a list of lab tests I recommend getting done outside of the normal iron and vitamin D. There's some hormonal tests, blood work that you can do. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you're saying you have a like treating bald scalp and slow hair growth. So that makes me think it's something internal. So go to that video, just go to my not website, go to my YouTube page and look for the most recent video I posted. It'll say like hormonal imbalances, hair growth, and go to the middle part of the video where the solutions are and take a screenshot of the lab test I recommend. That's the first thing I would do. Of course, you can always do scalp massages and derma rolling, of course, but it sounds like it may be something more internal. So I would get some blood work done as soon as possible. That's what I would recommend. Okay. One last question. What's a good leave-in? So a liquid leave-in, definitely this guy here for sure. What else I would say? Aussie Moist Miracle Curls leave-in conditioner, Apogee Shea Pro leave-in conditioner, Curls Blueberry Bliss leave-in conditioner. That one's really good. Mielle Organic, she also has her pomegranate and honey leave-in conditioner. That's also good too. So you have some options, okay? And all the ones I recommend are in my Amazon storefront. The link is below. Thank you, Sabrina. I appreciate it. Do you ship your tea internationally? I don't. Okay, so here's the thing. I have been procrastinating on getting into the international market because I want to do some more research first because I want to make sure that I'm not going to run into any issues, but I definitely would love to have the tea available internationally, So I'm going to stop playing games and stop procrastinating and start getting this product out internationally for sure and opening up into that market. So I thank you for holding me accountable because I really need to get on that for sure. So if I can just put a date in mind, I'm going to say definitely by the end of this summer. So we're thinking like sometime in August for sure, where the tea will be available internationally. So I got to work on that. But thank you so much for bringing it up. It's in my head. I have it. Thank you for the accountability. Thank you. I have another question. I just thought of, should you put product in toddler hair after a bath? Yeah, you can. I wish my sister was on here. My sister has a 1.5-year-old and she uses, she actually uses this product. I've shown this product at least 10 times tonight, but I got it from her. Like she was the one who told me about it, but she uses this rice water rice water on her baby's, on my niece's hair. She also uses avocado oil too. And the avocado oil, she believes, and I believe too, has helped her grow her hair because my niece had like a big old bald patch, like in the back of her head, just bald. And then she started taking avocado oil and massaging it, and her hair started growing. And now for moisture, she uses this on her hair and the avocado oil. So, hey, that's what I would try, So definitely check that out. Where are you located? I am located in United States of America. No, but seriously. So Curly Chemistry is actually based in North Carolina, and that's public knowledge. You can go on my website and see that we're based in North Carolina. So yeah. Okay, let's see. I think we're good. Tanya, hi Sharon, how are you? Are you really looking great? You're looking really great. Skin and hair amazing. Oh, thank you, Sharon. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, Sharon. All right, let's see. Thank you so much for ordering your tea. All right, I think we're good. I think we got all the questions. I appreciate you guys for being here and hanging out with me for almost, oh my gosh, almost 2.5 hours. Wow. Well, hope you guys enjoyed and learned a lot. We guys took a lot of great notes. If you just joined, I'm going to save this live, so you can go ahead and watch the replay. I'm going to attempt to wash my hair now with a movie to keep me engaged. So that's what I'm going to do. So next week, Thursday, I will be on Instagram at 7 p.m. live Q&A there. Thank you, Sophia. I appreciate you. You are incredible as well. And then the following week, we'll be back here on YouTube at 7 p.m. And of course, I will post everything in advance. Okay. All right, I'm going to head out. I love you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy 4th of July. If you guys choose to celebrate it, I have no plans as of yet, but we'll see. But you guys have a wonderful weekend, a safe weekend. Be blessed. Moisturize your hair. Do a scalp massage tonight. Don't forget to wash your hair this weekend. If it's time for you to wash your hair, do a good deep conditioning treatment because you deserve it. Okay? Okay. Love you guys. You're so welcome. Listen, I understand. I do want to, I need to make content for like the babies and the toddlers and the kids as well. So more to come. But thank you for being here, Jasmine. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you. Thank you. Love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys. Bye.